If you have to ask, you don't know. I'm doing fucking great right now. Doing really, really well. Feeling tip top at the top of the mountain peak. You do know. You do know. Thank you. Good evening, Jennifer.
What has changed in the last 10, 15 minutes?
Probably something with the probably like a zodiac thing, I'd guess.
Because you're really big on zodiac stuff.
Yeah, the stars,
Scorpio and all.
They move and it fucks you up.
I mean, true. I mean, that's
you don't know anything. You don't know anything about this life, Jennifer.
I definitely don't. I definitely don't.
How was cheer practice?
She's there. So I will find out in 2 hours. Usually it goes fine. So
now, do they take their spirit with them, or do they like leave it at practice? Is there like an equipment?
Well, it's usually they've got spirit. Yes, they do. They've got spirit. How about you? So they bring it wherever.
I've got spirit. Yes, I do. So, I've got spirit. How about you?
I used to have spirit. Now I just have negativity and shame.
Shame.
I don't know. Jesus. I don't know. Shame's not the right word, probably.
Whatever.
I'd have to feel bad for things, and I don't feel bad for things.
However you describe what's happening tonight, we are opposites. Where you are, I'm on the other side of that. Everything's wonderful. Right. Yeah, I feel like
your Scorpio.
I was just
rising.
Yeah. Easy, Jen. Easy, Jen.
What?
I don't know. What did you say? Scorpio rising? My Scorpio rising?
Your Scorpio rising.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's your moon sign, your sun sign. It's rising.
I don't understand any of this. What's her name again? Where was our who was the lady that told, what was her gig? It was like, I'll tell you why you're fucked up or something.
I don't know. I mean, that could be your mom.
You guys know. Whoa.
I mean,
Julie.
I mean, depending, your parents are. I don't know.
Julie is a wonderful woman. How dare you?
Maybe your adopted mom.
That's Julie. She'd be the one that was listening to this. Oh, the one that adopted me? Yeah, I guess the one that adopted me. Yeah.
She tell you what was wrong with you?
I won't say her name, but if I said her name, you would all immediately know like what her haircut was. I'm not going to say it, but if I did, just start thinking about that.
Like a K?
No. Not Karen's like tried to have style. No, it's not Karen. It's like religious fundamentalism. That's what it's like. I don't know if you've ever met like a woman that was like in fundamental religion. They are very buttoned up. Just buttoned up.
I'm not really that kind of friendship. I mean, religious fundamentalists don't typically want to, look who's here, the cum dumpster.
I swear to God, I did not see Admir loading. And I thought you were called Amanda. I was like, fuck. Sorry. All right.
Wow. Wow, we're going to start off this. We're going to start it off like this, huh? All right, cool.
Well, Jay's usually where you are towards the end of the night before you crawl in the dog beds. So
no, I can.
Oh, he already started like that?
Yeah. Oh, I started like this. I'm going to get some sushi in the middle of this, too.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, gas station was still open, baby.
Gross.
Oh, man. Oh. So how is it? Yeah.
What was that?
I meant to say, how's everybody doing?
Are you AI? Do you need to charge your battery? What was that?
He just buffered in real time.
Jay's high and I'm over here. Fuck.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna say, how's everybody doing? You know, it's just
I mean,
I'm really good.
good. Jen,
Hi,
how are you
Amanda.
doing?
Oh, I'm great.
Is Admir an
Hi,
NPC?
Amanda.
Did we just confirm?
I don't think anyone can confirm or deny whether or
He
not
might be an
Admir is an
NPC.
NPC.
Yeah.
What's an NPC?
A non-playable
Any-
character. So it's like the characters in the video game that are like scripted that you can't interact with, but they're like, it's like somebody on Grand Theft Auto. It's like, fuck these assholes just walking across this. You're just that guy. And so we asked you a question you weren't programmed for, and you just kind of fucking glitched. It's
Sorry
weird.
about
It
that.
felt
My
like a video
apologies.
game. Yeah, like you would submit that to the developer. You can hit that help button and be like, "Hey, this glitched," and you can like send them the file. You'd have a patch tomorrow. We're gonna have an Admir patch tomorrow.
That's
Not you trying to do tech talk. Like,
I know what a patch is. I know what that. I don't know. Well, let me take that back. I know what it does. I have no fucking clue what a patch is. If it's
Right.
not a patch, like I don't really know what it is.
got it.
oh, man.
Like I wouldn't know.
Amanda, you haven't said hi to me yet, Amanda.
I did.
You did. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Did nobody hear me say hi, Jen?
No, but
I
Jen,
didn't hear nothing.
just be careful.
Well,
with
not
Jen.
y'all. Y'all are
Just be careful with Jen. She's really on one tonight.
comment section. Did y'all hear me say hi, Jen? Well, hi, Jen.
Hi. This is going well so far. As you can see, this is.
So far, it's going beautiful.
We're gonna have some riveting debates tonight. I can see.
What's your level, Amanda?
Great.
All right, so she's good. That's too good. And two, me and Admir. Got it.
Yeah.
Hey,
you mean Trump's cum dumpster?
Your state's being pretty cool, Amanda.
Oh, hell yeah.
You want to tell us about Florida?
America, baby.
You want to tell us about what they're doing today?
What are they doing? I mean, at least, you know what? We can carry our pew-pews.
That's right.
Out in public for everyone to see. What else are they doing? Oh, they got police stops checking our driver's license at 9 a.m. for DUI purposes, of course.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of those Mar-a-Lago
9 a.m. to 11
a.m.
Yeah. We can no longer have rainbow sidewalks.
They actually start doing that?
Is fucked up to have. So they are erasing them.
Wait, it's illegal to have them?
Yeah, they're literally erasing them from like our downtown. It's fucked up.
Jesus.
The rainbow sidewalks are fucked up. So
is that a big issue having a lot of rainbow? I mean, that's okay. Got it.
That was an issue here in my county. Then they made sure to get rid of it.
That's he's such a big strong boy. Guys, I've fixed our crosswalks. They're all the same now. Except a man. What a big strong boy. He went to war with crosswalks. That was like on his agenda. He's like, this is very important that we get this accomplished while I'm governor. We got to get rid of these fucking crosswalks.
Yeah, I mean, rainbow sidewalks be turning people. You got to be careful.
That's why he got those boots. He went across one of those crosswalks. He got those white boots.
No fluoride in the water and no rainbows on the sidewalks. So.
What else are they doing?
I honestly kind of feel like Florida should be allowed to open carry. That's one of those places that makes sense. Like it is the Wild West, but it's in a swamp. It makes sense that you can open carry there. I feel like that's the one state I'd advocate for unlimited gun laws. Just let you guys do your thing. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're doing great. Yeah. I can't remember what else. Dang it.
Sounds like things are staying interesting.
What were
I guess.
There were other things. I can't remember. She sent them to me. That's why I was asking.
Our pronouns.
Oh yeah. Tell us about that one.
Oh shit. Yeah, our pronouns. Daddy D. What did he put? Let's see.
That's Ron DeSantis Daddy for D. Anybody who doesn't know. Daddy
what
D is
the
fuck? Ron DeSantis.
Jesus Christ,
bro. Everything's fine.
Including Daddy D. fine as hell.
God damn it.
Did you send that to me on Discord?
I did.
That's why I was trying to find it.
So is DeSantis trying to be? Is he trying to rip off Daddy Newsom?
I don't think.
Is that where that's coming from?
If
Is
somebody,
that for real?
I think for sure, if somebody said "Daddy D" to him, he would come like on the spot.
Ew.
And it would be so uncomfortable too. He would start yelling at you that he'd just be like, "I didn't come." It'd just make it so awkward. There's no way he's comfortable with that. That dude is gagged for sure. Whenever he has sex.
Gross.
Yeah. Here's where I found it. A female teacher at Talbot Elementary in Gainesville is forcing students and faculty to address her with her prefix MX instead of Miss MS or MRS. What's MX? What does that mean?
I think it's one of those that are like instead of Ms. or Mrs. I'm guessing, completely guessing on that one.
Does anybody in the chat know what's MX?
I guess you're not Mr. nor Miss.
Oh, it's non-binary?
Yeah, it's like
and
like a neutral.
Said, fuck that. No. You're Mr. or Miss up in here in Florida. Fuck that. America, baby.
And they cited a law that it exists. It exists, the law. It's just there. And then Ron DeSantis retweeted it. So tough. This big, brave man. When we said we aren't competing in the pronoun Olympics in Florida, we meant it. we showed her fucking try and use free speech around us. No shot. It's Big Daddy government there.
Listen, we have no rainbow sidewalks, and you're Mr. or Miss.
It kind of feels like Donald Trump is just like the first friend that Republicans ever trusted. And I don't know if you've ever had like not a good friend, then you finally get like a close friend and you unload like a lot of stuff. I feel like that's what Republicans are doing with Trump. Like they just feel safe with him, and they're all unloading all their weirdness on us now. Especially it's like their war on pronouns is the dumbest fucking, like if you think of all politics, could there have been anything dumber than a war on fucking pronouns? Just like a type of speech. I don't think we've ever had any other legislation that was dumber than this.
Amanda, I got a question for you.
Admir, just thanks.
I'll start with Admir. What's up?
Hey, how do you feel about Trump demanding $230 million from the DOJ in order to compensate him for his quote unquote lawyerly spending that he on these cases? What's your take on that?
Yeah, Amanda, figure that out.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. What, you didn't know about that, Jay?
I didn't. The way you phrased that question was bizarre. I didn't follow it entirely.
He's talking about the $230 million.
I just don't know what he's asking.
He's asking $230 million.
Oh, you're just asking her what she thinks about that?
Look at Jay's eyes, bro. Yeah, I'm asking her what's her thought. You know what? His fucking eyes are freaking me out, bro.
Dude, it's dry as shit out here, man. This Arizona air gets dry.
Yeah, like my ex, but that's all right.
You wish, dude.
You're
Well, no, it's not. It's not a for the ballroom. He's actually asking $230 million to basically pay restitution for all the cases that he had to spend on. He's claiming that the FISA court documents and the warrants were all hoax. So he's demanding $230 million.
Yeah, you're just asking Amanda what she thinks about that, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Amanda?
You did say it kind of weird, in fairness.
Oh, did I? Yeah. Listen, man, Jay's high and I'm
not. I am not.
What is that beeping? What is that beeping in the background, Admir?
My Mercedes.
Does it beep?
No, seriously, I got a 1980 old school 300 diesel.
And it just makes
That's
that
a
sound
bad
all
mother-
the time?
And just beeps.
Yeah, because
I-
it's the turbo.
I gotta be
It
honest,
just
I
goes-
had no. I had that same weirdly. I had that same exact car, and it doesn't make that sound. It's a diesel. We're talking about like this sounds like something beeping.
I'm not sure about that.
I think it might have been like your headset or something.
Or it
Oh,
was,
it could be a ceiling fan.
Or did you detonate something? When you're about to
Flanagan
explode.
Wow.
Well, just in general, if anyone disagrees with RTP, he might be in. You might be able to win a debate with the shape he's currently in.
Who was it the other night
So-
that was saying there was somebody on some live that like went crazy and said that he beat me in a debate so many times that we blocked him. Do you remember who that was?
Oh,
Where's that person? Was that person actually
was
blocked?
Patriot or so? I don't know. Like someone
Could've
did
been.
send me a message about that.
Yeah, I saw
And
a
I
video
didn't know you
somewhere.
blocked them.
I don't know how to block anybody, so you must have said something in a chat.
Someone sent me the live or whatever. They were saying that that they beat you and so you blocked them. I mean, I can go look and see if they're blocked. I
Well,
doubt
take
it.
that.
But
I was gonna look. I just don't know how. Who's this Newsom person?
I don't know. They
doing
asked if why you're a self-hating white earlier. They come in
Honestly,
and
that's
sometimes-
I think that's a fair question, and I think it's because there's like a lot of Newsoms. There's so many that you really don't want to be part of this group. It's not a cool group to be part of right now. Like being a white dude, not a great time, not a proud time to be a white dude. I would say, I think maybe a little self-hating sometimes. It sucks.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's the answer, I guess. Does that answer your question, Nathan?
Yeah, the only people who really like white dudes and they like love white dudes like a lot, like almost to the point where you're like, I think they might just be into white dudes is white dudes. Nobody loves a white dude more than a white dude.
True.
I think they're just setting this thing up. I think they're just like having this war on women, and then they're talking about like being bros. And now I have this friend that's like in this. He pays I think like $10,000 a year to be in this group of like. There's like a mentor, and then they join his mentor program, and then they create their own mentor program. It's like a mentorship MLM, but like they get together. It's adorable. They do like breath work, and then like yoga, and they'll talk. They'll do like I don't know what these things. They sit across. They just like tell each other their feelings, and then they'll post about this. They'll be like, "It was amazing," and then they're like, "And then to end off the night, it was whiskey and cigars." And we're like blowing up bad guys. I just think they really like being around each other, and they can't quite connect that dot. And so we have this weird like, I hate women. I hate everybody but white men. I think we just have an epidemic of white men who don't know they're into white men. That's a pretty good theory.
Got it. So should we do some kind of background like that?
Wow, Jen.
I'm just moving on.
I don't know. Who's in the box? There's someone in the box.
Somebody in a box?
No, not
That's
opposition.
friendly.
Oh, okay.
So why don't we do this? Since let's get the likes up to 30K likes. So if you can start tapping the screen, share it out. So let's do 30K likes and 150 shares. I mean, Jay's not in a position necessarily to get a background. You guys are asking a whole lot
I'm in
right
a
now.
sitting position.
So
what I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't know how to do one. If you send me an image, I can replace the image where me and Admir are.
yeah, I mean,
We could do that. I know how to do
well,
that if you send it on Discord.
I can do that. Let me find. We used to have other backgrounds. Let's see. It's been a minute since we've had a background.
When we did it on the phone the other day, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Couldn't remember.
What?
Last Friendly Friday, I did it from my phone.
Oh, got it. I was confused with what you mean. So let's see. If anyone in the Discord has like a rage baity background that they want to drop that we could use, if you have one handy, I'll
Jay, what sounds better, Italian homemade pizza or menudo?
What's menudo again?
It's the soup with like these beans.
What's the
and
other
it's got
thing? What's the other thing?
like Italian pizza.
Yeah, pizza. Everything over soup. Soup is ridiculous. I don't understand soup.
Yeah, I think you talked me into the pizza. Thank you.
I don't think anybody enjoys soup. I think they just like are proud of their decision. Like soup's a good, healthy decision. You're gonna feel fine. You're gonna feel good after it. Later on, you're gonna be like, man, I'm glad I ate soup. But it's never like soup is way better than pizza. I think it's just for people. Soup is for people with self-control.
Which I clearly do not have.
Yeah, that's why me and you got pizza.
So someone just dropped that background or drop that in the Discord. It's something you can put up for now. I mean,
where is it? You sent it to me.
I DM'd it too.
How you doing? Can I get some cannolis? Can I get 2 cannolis, please? And then can I please? Can I please have the largest pie you have with white sauce and Italian sausage, please?
That's unbelievable. That's not better now.
I was gonna mute him, but then I decided against it.
That was better. The biggest pizza you have. I want to hear the order total. Hold on.
Oh, you guys can hear me? Oh, fuck me.
No, don't mute it. I want to hear the total here.
That's fine. No worries. Yeah, that's fine. It's $36.
No, let him say it.
I can show you the receipt. Here.
Oh, okay. For a whole, you gotta. Well, that's not a bad deal. How big's the pizza?
Yeah, please. What is that in 20-inch, 18-inch, 18-inch?
So times 3. Okay, that's pretty big.
Yeah, and I'll have that mother done in about 20 minutes. See, look. $36. Not bad. It's for my dinner snack.
Jen, do you think the "is it fascist" thing, will we get in trouble for the word fascist? I don't know the TikTok rules. Are they bitches about that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean,
who cares?
I mean, we'll find out. I don't think it could be any worse than you
posting
a video of someone with a pew or anything. I mean, there's.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Yeah, that's not bad.
So, I mean, it's just an option for something. I'm looking through. Well, we haven't done backgrounds in a while, so.
Okay, I think. Guys, it's good. I'm gonna need to concentrate. Hold on.
Oh, thank you, sir. Those cannolis are the bomb. Yes, please. I'll take it here before I go home, so my wife doesn't bitch at me. Thank you.
Did I nail that or what, Jen?
I mean, high five.
Does it need to adjust?
I would move it maybe a little bit more. I don't know if it more to the side that where the guests are. I don't know if it's left or right on your end.
Just make it a little bigger like that. How about that?
That works.
Thank you.
Q and Discord sent a couple other ones too that I think are
this is good.
Solid. No, I'm just gonna share them because I think they're good.
Oh, I've got Jesus Skywalker, Robert K, and Yellow Cat here. Is it any of that opposition?
If you guys are opposition, stay in the request. If you're not, and you come up and you're friendly, I'm just gonna kick you out.
I'm bringing up Robert K, but if there's no, if it's not the voice, you're immediately kicked. Hello, Robert K.
How's it going? I just wanted to make an announcement that we were wrong the whole time. It isn't Tylenol. after extensive research, we found out that Bayer made a deal with the black market in China. So it's been Flintstone vitamins the entire time. Please get this out to as many people as you can. They won't let me out of the basement.
What basement? What basement are you in?
It was under the West Wing. I am now buried under rubble. I mean the East Wing.
Is that why you're having such a hard time speaking? It sounds like you're having a hard time getting your words out. Is that because you're buried?
That's rude. I have paralyzed vocal cords.
What was that?
Paralyzed vocal cords.
That word's got to be such a motherfucker to say. Paralyzed. That's a lot of syllables. Is it really hell for you? Can you do Mississippi?
I feel like this is ableist.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm testing to see if this is the real RFK. Because he's got stamina. The real RFK could get through Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Is that hard, though? Is that pretty hard?
I have paralyzed vocal cords, of course.
Sorry, I interrupted you. That's my bad.
I made my point clear. It's been the Flintstone vitamins the entire time.
That makes sense.
This dude tastes like
Jay,
shit.
So, Jay, when you had your migraine earlier, so you're safe off the Tylenol you took. So there you go. There's the answer.
It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it might have affected me.
Well, thanks, RFK, for warning us about Flintstone vitamins. We'll let somebody know that you're underneath the former East Wing.
Thank you.
Be safe and don't cut your kids.
Oh, shit. Don't do it.
Well, that's...
I don't give a shit. We'll open up the box, not for a panel. If you're interesting, you can come up. We'll decide if you're interesting.
You're going to make this where I have to kick people out.
No, I'll do it. I'll be good at this.
No, you won't.
I will.
No,
I promise. I cross my heart.
I don't believe you.
I will. Admir, do you think I'll do it, huh?
Yeah, you'll do it.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you eating the cream out of the cannoli?
Yeah, that's all I like.
Can't you just like suck it out or something?
Oh my God. Why does this always go this way?
I
Always.
could, but I'm not going to show it on here.
Bro.
Your name is making a lot of sense right now.
What is making a lot of sense?
His name.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
You all right over there, Jay? I think you're muted.
You're muted.
He gagged a little bit, and that caught me off guard. Honestly, that's why I was laughing.
Hold on, who gagged?
Yeah, I didn't gag, bitch.
It's like,
I got no gag reflexes.
This is great. This is unbelievable. Do another one.
God.
Have another cannoli. How many cannolis coming in order?
Only 2, but I ordered 2 more.
There you go. Get after it. Look at that. Oh, he's got that thing clean.
It's okay. You can put your tongue in it. Go ahead. I know you want to.
You know, if you weren't on the live, that tongue, you would be deep.
I know, right?
It would be as far in there. As far. He doesn't give a fuck that he's in public. He would be doing it. And he'd be making eye contact with some stranger. Do it. Is there anybody in there, Admir? There's no. What about employees? Could you look at them while you do it? Just stare right at them.
Out of the restaurant.
He's really impressed.
Go ahead. Just tongue it.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. I love food, so I'll do whatever needs to be done.
This is crazy to me that you don't eat the outside of the cannoli.
I don't.
It's just icing. You're
nasty.
just eating icing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. Bro,
Tongue that shit properly,
how are you
Admir.
alive?
What the fuck?
This is insane.
What's going on?
He's not even
listen,
high
bro.
either. He just does this like as part of life. This is just his life.
This is.
Do you ever have like crippling chest pain? No?
No, why?
You wake up sweating or anything?
Sometimes it depends when my wife wakes me up.
How are your poops?
Oh my god.
Well, we've talked about this before.
3 times a day.
But like
Hi, Allie.
consistency.
No.
Yeah, I expected. Yeah, iffy. Yeah, it's hit or miss. Yeah. I mean, that's
All right,
still
can
good.
can we get back on track?
If you said solid, we would have all known you were a liar.
Please,
Sorry about that.
I mean, we would try.
for the
but-
love of Almighty, can we please get back on track?
Sorry about that.
All right. So, I mean, we'd like to do some debates. If anyone who's opposition, Jay, you have to make yourself the. Wait, hold on.
No, we're good. We're good with. Oh, damn.
You gotta come big again. There you go.
Don't.
You gotta come big again? What the fuck?
Perfect.
What'd she say?
Jay is big again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where's all your folks, Amanda?
I don't think they're gonna want to come up with Admir tongue and cannolis out here.
I thought that would get pops for sure. I thought that's.
Why no?
Not Admir tonguing it. No, definitely not.
Yeah, you don't know that.
I try the other
do.
background that I sent you.
Sorry.
Damn, Jay's definitely not always big.
I know that
All
wasn't.
right.
I saw that too. That's fucked up. Who said that? That's mean.
God
First of all,
damn.
you don't know, and second of all, if you did know, that's mean.
Anyways, I'm gonna mute up. What's up, RC?
RC.
Mercy.
What's going on, guys?
Please save me from this canola tongue and Jay's not big.
The fact that
hole.
RC's the savior in this is kind of scary.
I love
It
this for
is.
me.
Why is that?
Because you're not typically considered the savior.
I consider you the savior.
I don't know if I think, and I think Amanda had this. I don't think you're talking about the same RC.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You know what? You need to change your name.
He's gotten so much shit when he came up on my panel. Poor thing. I don't
you
know.
Oh,
know who we're
you guys
talking
thought
about?
he was dog shit, RC?
No, I remember this before. We
Oh.
talked about this on a different live. I spaced it, but I wasn't looking.
Thing. I don't know.
Do you
Oh,
know who we're
you guys
talking
thought
about?
he was dog shit, RC?
No, I remember this before. We
Oh.
talked about this on a different live. I spaced it, but I wasn't looking. Do you know who that?
Hell, but
Yeah.
I've had this name for several years now. I just hadn't been on TikTok in a long time, and then I came back and I was just on Amanda's panel one day, and I got cussed out by some random woman.
I remember. I
That
was there.
sucks.
I don't even know what you're
Yeah,
talking
it was
about.
bad.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, you guys, we're not talking about RC Dubs. That's not who we're talking about. There's a different RC. He used to right corner was his username. So,
So yeah,
RC. Anyways,
yeah. You still supporting Big Dog Trump out here?
Yeah, I mean, I have, but to be honest with you, I haven't really paid attention to much lately. College football started, I focused on that, and then I've been doing some other business stuff on my own, so I have not focused on politics or anything going on lately, to be honest with you.
Do you know about like the shutdown and stuff?
Well, I was gonna say you're military, right, RC?
No, I work in finance though, so yeah, I'm aware of all that. Like, you know, the way I see government shutdowns, is as it pertains to like things like the debt ceiling, right? Government shutdowns have always been kind of a political ploy. So is the debt ceiling and things like that. It's going to go back and forth. Both parties are going to try and take advantage of it. Both parties are going to do things that we don't like. It's kind of like the filibuster, right? When one party's in power, the other one's always complaining about the filibuster. Or sorry, the party in power is usually complaining about the filibuster because it allows the minority to kind of get by and things, right? The Democrats are, when we're bitching and complaining, saying, hey, we need to eliminate the filibuster. But I guarantee you now they aren't saying that. You don't hear them talking about that. Yeah. It's the same thing when it comes to shutdowns. Personally, I've always said, hell, shut down the government. If you didn't have to back pay everyone, hell, it'd save money, right? It wouldn't even be a bad thing. Probably be a good thing. But
I think
I'm
this
kind of
one's like,
indifferent.
I think this one's kind of unique. I agree with everything you said, actually, that it's usually just a stunt. And the reason I think this one's different is because like the Republicans are losing political capital and they know that they're losing political capital and they're still going with it. Like the longer it goes on, the more people are going to talk about Epstein and it's going to be more and more clear that like they're definitely trying not to bring out the Epstein files. And the issue, like the Democrats have like a 70% approval rating on this. People want the ACA subsidies. So I think that what's bizarre about this one is that the government shutdown could be over now and the American people could be very happy and Trump could look like a genius. So it seems like this one's not really about what they say it's about. I think that's why a lot of people are talking about it and why it's lasting so long. It doesn't make sense. It's literally just saying like, hey, could you make sure that this subsidy sticks around so that people's insurance prices don't double and triple? And they're like, no, let's, yeah go ahead.
Yeah, let me give you this perspective, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Okay, it's just kind of way I look at it. You were talking about like political capital, right? Leverage, whatever. Who really is hurt the most in a government shutdown? You could say that it's government employees, right? Federal government employees, state people, things like that. Okay, so now when the government shutdown's over with, they'll get back paid. Yeah. But for the time being, they're not getting paid, or they're getting paid very little. They may struggle. Okay, but what party do the almost entire, or if not entirely, the vast majority of federal government employees belong to?
I know that historically it's definitely balanced in favor of Democrats, which makes sense just because of where Washington, D.C. is. But yeah, it's definitely like federal employees. Those are mostly going to be Democrat voters. Are you saying like that's the leverage they have?
So, well, what I'm saying is, as far as like immediate fallout from a government shutdown, okay, I think it's kind of limited with the Republican Party. They don't bear the brunt of it as much as the Democrats do because the people that are directly impacted already don't like Republicans. They already don't like Trump.
Yeah.
Most of them vote for the left anyway.
Yeah, the difference is those people are going to get hurt. So historically, it's really about like who's going to get the blame for the government workers, how much empathy do we have for government workers. But in this case, the people that are actually going to get hurt the most, and especially as this has dragged on, are actually the voters. The voters are getting hurt the most. They're not going to get back pay. They're going to lose their subsidies. People's health insurance in the next week, it's going to be doubling, tripling, quadrupling. Some people that used to have health care at no cost now are going to have to figure out how to pay for health care, and they're already living paycheck to paycheck. That's why Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, no, we have to reverse this, because her constituents are a very poor area, and they rely heavily on these subsidies. And so this is the one time I've ever seen where it actually was going to hurt American citizens. You said, like you said, it normally hurts the government employees, but this one's different. This one, there's actually something that's happening to the American people, and the longer it goes on, they're going to ask Democrats, and Democrats are going to say, we want to give you this, and they're going to ask Republicans, and Republicans are going to say, no, actually, this is better if we don't give it to you. I just don't think that's going to last very long. I don't think it's a winning message, and I think they know that, which is why it's weird that they haven't caved on this.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's going to come down to there's going to be some kind of what's the word I'm thinking of? There's going to be obviously a negotiation and some kind of compromise between the two, okay? Because the political fallout for not doing anything on either side is going to be bad. Like you said, for Republicans, it's going to hurt a lot of their voters that are receiving these subsidies, which I think it is pretty funny. You brought Marjorie Taylor Greene, who, I myself am a strong free market person. I would say eliminate all subsidies if we could, but she and other Republicans have come out saying the same things, right? Having that same message, and then all of a sudden you're in an instance where, oh my God, these subsidies may go away and hurt my chances of getting these votes from my constituents, and they kind of it makes the right look,
but because it hurts the constituents. That's the other part. Like it's not just perception. This is like people not being able to afford medicine, people not being able to see a doctor, and that part has never existed before. And the Republicans don't want to keep those subsidies. The Democrats do. So that's an easy choice for anybody who loses their subsidy. It's going to be really fucking clear who's fighting for what. A lot of people haven't realized it yet because it hasn't hit it. A lot of people don't know that this increase is coming, even though it's everywhere. Some people think maybe like they're going to come up with a last second solution and they're not ready. But as soon as those bills start hitting, then you got to ask yourself, like, if they know this, if they knew this was going to be a disaster, and they obviously do, then why not sign this deal and open the government and release the Epstein files and do all the things the American people want? Seems like maybe they don't want those Epstein files out.
Well, actually, can I say something about the Epstein
Sure.
files? So, in a perfect world, I'd agree. I want them all out, right? And if Trump's on it, then he needs to go down along with the whole ship. I mean, it's indefensible, right? That like pedophilia. I don't know what the word TikTok wants you to use, but that's like the worst thing you can do in my mind. However, I think we're a little bit naive to think that there's Epstein files that exist that would have or still show evidence of a list that has so high profile people on it, like politicians and stuff. Think about it like this. This is just my opinion, but like let's go to like JFK. Okay, there's a lot of evidence there's a lot of documents. There's been a lot of Senate hearings and congressional hearings on it throughout history. And they've released a lot, but they've also redacted a lot. But for some reason, people think that if the CIA did it, that somehow they still have documents that are being held back that shows that evidence. No, if they actually did do it,
but the Epstein stuff
they would have eliminated it.
But the problem
they would have gotten rid of it.
Yeah, the problem is the Epstein stuff. Like he went through courts, right? This wasn't that the FBI or the CIA came in and took him out and assassinated and took all the evidence. He went to court.
Yeah.
He sat for depositions. He had his houses raided. He has videos. He has audio.
Yeah.
He has multiple people who were victims of his saying he's not alone. They're naming some powerful names, and they're saying there's other names in there that we're too afraid to say. The victims are speaking out about that, and that's the evidence that they won't give us. Right? They're telling us everything was filmed. Here's where I did this with this person at this place. We know that those videos exist. In fact, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, they've confirmed that this stuff exists. They just say, just trust us. There's nothing in there. They're literally just saying, no, trust us. There's just nothing.
Yeah, no, I think again, if it exists, it needs to be released.
No, it does exist.
I'm just of the opinion that if it somehow risked any high profile people, especially ones in our government, getting caught and being a part of this, that they would have destroyed a lot of that. And I just think that because why wouldn't you? Right?
This is what I'm trying to explain. It's not like there's a piece of evidence. They have copies. They have digital copies of all of this stuff. It's not like it's all in a box somewhere and they can go burn it. This stuff is everywhere. It's through multiple jurisdictions. Multiple attorneys have this that represented Jeffrey Epstein and that prosecuted him. There's evidence and access to this evidence everywhere. They can't get rid of it. They might be trying to strategically get rid of it now. But again, like it comes back to why in the world are Republicans voting no, not to release it?
Yeah. Well, then why isn't it being leaked though? If it is held by so many different entities, and why isn't it being leaked?
So you need Congress to vote to subpoena the record to open an investigation and to release those files, and then you can make the request. They won't let Congress vote. Congress has the votes for this. They won't bring back the government because as soon as they do, Congress is going to vote for this. It's a discharge petition, which goes around Mike Johnson. The only reason it's not on the floor right now is because Mike Johnson says, no, we're not going to vote on this. He just kept saying, no, we're not voting. No, we're not voting. No, we're not voting. And in order to override his wishes, you need 218 votes, which we didn't have because somebody had died. But now that seat has been filled, and they won't bring Congress back in session because then they have to swear her in, and she's vote 218, and there's nothing Johnson can do.
Yeah, and like I said, by the way, I think this all should be released, right? Like, I don't see how anything in the Epstein case should not be made public, okay? And so I agree with you. If there is something there, it needs to be released. I just, I don't see, like you said, if if there are so many different entities that have this evidence and they just can't release it because it needs to be brought to a vote, but why hasn't any of this just been leaked to begin with? If it was something that was so, was so influential.
I think that's a crime. Everybody that has access to that information, it would absolutely be a crime for them to leak that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If RC, you keep saying if. Can you tell me then why did Pam Bondi come out and have that whole fiasco with the binders and said we have the files, we're going to release them, and then just recently they released, I think it was like 32 or 33,000 pages. So if this doesn't exist, then why talk about it? Why have this? We released all of these documents, and there's going to be more.
Yeah, no, good question. I think that Pam Bondi and the Trump administration was trying to cater to their constituents in the first part of his following the election, make them happy. Who'd they release it to? They released it to a lot of the podcasters that played a role in helping him get elected and have him on a show and all that stuff, right? And I think that they knew that there wasn't anything in it. That's why they released it so fast. I mean, what was it? It was only a couple weeks after he got elected.
Wait, what? They said it was a surprise release. It said on the binders the most transparent administration in history. And it said the Epstein
that was a lie.
Then it said yeah, dude. I think this is a weird place that we're at in this country. That like we have to convince you to care that an administration openly lies all the fucking time, and that's never happened before. Biden, like administrations lied, but not like this. Not where everybody knew they lied, but half the country didn't give a fuck. That's never happened. This is a bizarre thing that we're defending right now. Like, yeah, they lied. Yeah, of course they lied. They lied, but then these other people were still grateful. That's basically what you're saying. Like, these people were still pumped about it.
I'm not defending them lying at all.
Okay, then why doesn't it bother? Yeah. Then why wouldn't that be like something that really fucking bothered you? That your government thinks that everybody's this stupid that they're going to lie to everybody's face when it's obvious. Like Donald Trump every day says, I won the 2020 election. He didn't fucking win that election. Everybody knows he didn't win that election. He still says other countries pay tariffs. That didn't happen. He still keeps saying that he's reducing prices by 1,300%. I don't know how we ever recover from just having an actual like moron be in charge and half the country just going, it's fine. It's fine.
I would argue that
he just lies. That's what he does.
Well, yeah, this administration does, but so does every other one. I mean, the Biden administration lied about things as well.
Name one.
Did. I mean,
name one.
And the way they pitch inflation, they talk about how much he reduced inflation, but inflation skyrocketed under him as well. They talk about how great.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Did he drop inflation?
Actually, no, he didn't drop inflation.
So inflation was like 3% when he left office. It peaked at 9%. So he did. That's not even close to the same thing as what we're talking about with Trump. Not even close.
We didn't because the 3% when he left office was higher than Trump's when Trump left office. So what do you mean he didn't drop inflation? It was still higher.
Wait, hold on. One of them is an interpretation of the data. Obviously, Biden is saying, I'm not counting the rise to 9%. I'm counting all my legislation afterwards that brought it down. You can say that's like political tricks or whatever it is. That's what he's counting. But like Trump is saying things that aren't possible, aren't true, aren't happening, and everybody in the room knows it. It's not spin. It's a different reality. And half the country goes, That's crazy, dude. It is crazy that so many people just watch this guy go, hey, dude, it's raining. You're like, it's sunny. He's like, no, dude, it's raining. It's rain. Anybody who says that it's not raining, it's fake news. And then when you finally get cornered, you're like, he just does that. Yeah, dude, he's just one big fucking liar, all of them. It's remarkable to watch us just like go along with this.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I expect to hear lies in what's the word? Political drama coming out of any politician or party or administration. I look at things that are tangible to me, okay, especially when it comes to my support. And I've talked about this on Amanda's panel on why I support Trump, and a lot of it goes back to his tax policy. Because for me, as someone who not only worked in finance but benefited from it, with my own taxes, that right there was better than anything the Biden administration ever did for me tangibly. I'm talking about my own pocket.
You're under the same tax. You're under the same tax policy now as you were under the Biden administration. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because his tax policy now was passed by Trump in 2017 as a
Okay,
TCJA.
so they've all done the exact same thing for you.
No, Biden didn't do anything. He didn't make any changes.
Well, either did Trump the second time around.
Trump just extended his. By the way, Biden wasn't in a position to where he even had to extend anything.
Okay.
Trump's
okay. It's not about who gets credit for it. It's like you said you voted for what's best for you.
Well, yeah.
How is paying less taxes always like best for you? Isn't there like, let's say you probably lost like 3% or 3% tax cut is probably what Trump gave you, right? Somewhere around there.
No, it was more substantial than that. Actually, I'd have to go back. I actually wrote an article several years ago on it where I did all the math and stuff, and I can go back and pull it up. But basically, first of all, he increased the standard deduction, and let's go back to the 2017 TCJA, and this is also what they just expanded on with this year. Okay. But he increased the standard deduction amount substantially. What that did was he went.
I know what the standard deduction is. That's fine. Keep going.
Okay, so you turned the majority of taxpayers from itemizing deductions to immediately taking the standard deduction. That means they got a bigger tax cut, and he dropped tax rates across the board. Yeah. He expanded the child tax credits. All right.
And wait, real quick, were we paying once when we did that? Did we start paying more of our bills, or did we go more into debt?
How you spend your money and
excuse me, no. As a country, as a country, did we go more into debt when we did that?
Well, yeah, but we've been going more into debt even when taxes were higher.
Did the debt rise faster or slower when we did that?
It did go up faster, but
okay,
the tax policy. Okay, but the thing is
so
that
then what happened? Let's follow me.
For that.
No, follow me here. So if inflation goes up faster than your wages, that's a problem, right?
Yeah, it is a problem. But then let me ask you this: you're saying that Trump's tax policy led to inflation, and it didn't. Because
it did.
His tax policy was around 2 years under his first administration, and inflation was low. It was dropping.
You started this conversation by saying that Joe Biden had 9% inflation. We've also acknowledged that Joe Biden was under Trump's tax policy. So just Trump doesn't. So Trump just real quick. If we're talking about, if we're saying if the tax cuts don't raise inflation, or they didn't raise inflation, but then inflation went up, then what caused the inflation?
I would argue that stimulus packages, an enormous amount of stimulus packages by both the Trump and Biden administration, was the main driver of that. Because
why is that? Wait, let's stay with that. Why is that? Let's just walk through the economics of it. Why is that?
Well, COVID was the basis behind those.
No, sorry. Let me ask the question better. Let me ask the question better. Why does stimulus cause inflation?
Stimulus in the way that they did it during the stimulus packages caused inflation because you pumped in new money into the economy.
Right.
Stimulus, if you're talking about stimulus from tax policy, does not.
No, I'm not talking from policy.
I'm creating new money.
No, I wasn't talking about. I was just making sure we're on the same page there. So stimulus caused inflation because we printed a bunch more money. Money like loses value, right?
Yeah, and they also dropped borrowing rates down to near zero.
What's a different way we could have raised that money? For like if we're going to print more money and we want to recycle, like we don't want that to be inflationary. What's something we could have done to counteract that?
At the same time, period,
we could collect more money, right? We could collect more money.
Yeah, you can collect more money. So I know where you're going. This is actually a fundamental flaw in the thinking.
Hold on. So while we're spending all this money, the responsible thing to do would be to tax more, right? And we probably wouldn't want to tax like the poor people or the middle class there because they were the ones struggling. So perhaps maybe we would tax like the top 1%, the ones that were benefiting the most. Perhaps we should have raised their taxes a little bit so it wasn't so inflationary, right?
So this is all right. So let me go into this because I can actually give you a very detailed explanation and counteract.
I just want you to answer that question first, then you can explain it.
No. Raising taxes does not raise tax revenue. Okay. In fact, there's when Trump lowered taxes, we actually increased tax revenue, and
we increased tax revenue every year. we always increase tax
Well,
revenue. No, that's a silly
okay.
argument. We increase tax revenue every year.
tax revenue, regardless of tax rates, historically has remained the same.
RC, you have to look at the rate, right? You have to look at the rate of change, right? Did we start did it grow at a faster rate? Were receipts growing at a faster rate than the 4 years previous and the 4 years previous to that?
Yeah, it actually remained the same. So receipts remain the same. So let me ask you this: we drop tax rates or we increase tax rates, but historically the tax revenue, all right, relative to GDP has remained relatively stable. So why would we increase tax rates if we're going to have the same amount of tax revenue relative to GDP as if we were to lower them? Increasing tax rates does not bring in more tax revenue. All it does is it causes the people who are paying taxes to seek out ways to try and avoid those taxes. By the way, I worked in financial planning.
Just want to address something. Relatively stable is what people who understand math but like money more than honesty say. Relatively stable is a really fucking stupid thing to say, because if every time we cut taxes, it slows down the rate that we're increasing in tax revenue, and every time we increase taxes, if it speeds that up, then you saying oh, it's relatively stable isn't telling the whole story. This is what lying fucking Republican economists always do. They hide the data behind a sentence like that. Tell the truth. When we cut taxes, our revenues grow slower, right?
No.
Yes, they do.
They don't.
All right, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
And by the way,
do they grow faster?
You're making it up by increased spending in the economy. When people keep more of their money, they spend more of their money. And guess what? You're paying taxes in other places.
Wait, but hold on. If you forced because billionaires don't spend, they spend almost none of their money, almost none. So if you forced them to either spend that money and actually put it into the economy or pay it in taxes, then both would be true. So you could probably, you're right, maybe the people excuse me, real quick. Maybe the people whose money circulates from the economy, maybe they shouldn't have to pay very much in taxes, because they're the ones that are actually using their money and circulating it and stimulating local economy. And maybe the people that spend almost no money but have 10,000% or 10,000 times more than everybody else, maybe they should be taxed more because they're not circulating their money.
No, I disagree. And by the way, actually, it's funny because this is how I know the left doesn't understand Trump's tax policy, is that he actually increased taxes on the wealthy.
No, he didn't.
He did.
The effective rate was lower. No, that's bullshit. The effective rate was lower.
Okay.
What was the effective rate?
The effective rate was lower, but hold on, let me finish. But he has a provision in his TCJA, okay, that especially in states with state income taxes and SALT taxes, okay, he capped them from unlimited to only $10,000. This is why the Democrats hate him, because in their states they pay extremely high SALT taxes.
That's not why we hate him. For the record, that's not at all. We could none of us have ever even thought of that when we talked about why we hate Trump. Not one person ever has said that. The reason that we hate him is because he's a liar and he's we hate him because he's a liar, he's a sex pest, he's a criminal, he's a terrible leader, he doesn't understand economics, he's bankrupting our country. And back to what we were talking about, though. Back to the revenue.
Tax policy. Hold on, let me get the SALT tax thing out, okay? Because people seem to forget this. Is that he capped the SALT tax? It was unlimited, I believe, before that, and he capped it down to $10,000.
No, but you already agreed that the effective rate was lower. This is silly. No, this is silly. This is a talking point. You already said the effective rate's lower, so now you're just cherry picking places where he didn't cut when he could have. But you've already acknowledged the effective rate is lower, so he lowered taxes.
No, you have to understand how taxes are calculated, okay? It's based off of your income, and it is a progressively rate tax, okay? So your effective rate is lower than your marginal rate. Your effective rate is based on whatever your income is.
And did their effective rate go up or down?
What are you talking about with the effective rate? It depends on what you personally...
The rich people. No, we're talking about the rich right now, specifically like the billionaires. Did their effective rate go up or down under Trump?
Their average effective rate?
Yeah. Way down.
And I imagine if it went down, I think it went down like a 0.5 percentage point. But I think that the effective rate drop for the bottom 50% and middle class down was like double that.
I don't care. It's all stupid. The rich should have just paid a ton, and you still should have given a tax break to the middle class. Because like you said, wait, hold on. Like you said earlier, that the reason that you need these tax cuts is because it stimulates the economy and people spend money. Who doesn't spend money in the economy? The billionaires. They don't help the economy.
You think they
it
don't
just
spend money?
funnels
What do
up.
they do with their money?
They don't spend it it doesn't circulate the economy.
It doesn't. So where do they do with it?
No,
Where do
they'll buy private jets. They might they'll use like local economies.
Okay, how many people built that private jet?
Not that many. Not that many in comparison.
How many people are involved in it?
Not many compared to the 330 million people that live here.
How many
it's
people
an insignificant
on the
number.
private jet? How many people are in the regulatory aspect of regulating their flying hours and all that stuff? How many people
what percentage
pilot the jet? There's
what
so
percentage
many
of our
different
economy?
things and
What
layers.
percentage of our economy do you reckon private jets are?
Hold on, you said,
how many decimal
okay,
points do we have to go to? How many decimal points do you think it is? Well, how many decimal points of our economy is? No, because you're just making arguments to defend your position, and you're using like anecdotal evidence, and it's silly. It's absolutely silly.
I'm not.
You understand on a
jet.
fundamental level that economies have to work by the money circulating. And if you print too much money, and even if it's not printed, we understand like we have a fiat currency here. We have banks can print, I think, or they can have like 20x what they actually have. So not only do we print more money, but then these billionaires create fake wealth, and the wealth disparity goes up, and it drives the cost of everything up. Because they're not helping our economy. They just make everything more. They just make everything more expensive.
I agree with you on the fiat aspect and the bank thing, okay? But when you bring up the billionaires, okay, and you're saying, oh, they create fake wealth. How are they creating fake wealth?
Let me give you an example.
Let me give you an example. A small amount of what they would do.
Let me give you an example of how they create fake wealth. There's a man by the name of Elon Musk. His company, Tesla, doesn't make that much money. In fact, I think they just lost money, but they don't make a ton of money, especially if you compare them to like Ford and GM. But Tesla's stock is about $450. And Ford and GM, who are profitable, their stock's between like $18 and $35. Why is that? Because their company is tied to their revenue. But Elon Musk's wealth is tied to Elon fucking Musk. And so his company is just valuable because people think it's cool. And so Elon Musk has all this money, and then he's like, these motherfuckers on Twitter keep making fun of me. I'm going to buy that bitch. And they're like, and he puts up a ridiculous bid, and Twitter calls his bluff, and he's like, fuck, now I owe $43 billion. Let me cash out my Tesla stock? Nope. Here's what I'll do. I'll actually use my Tesla stock as collateral against the $43 billion. And now I also own Twitter. And now I just got to figure out a way to make Twitter work and pay off like the interest here. And hopefully I'm not upside down. He bought a company. He got a $43 billion company with no money that he from a company that like its value doesn't make any fucking sense. Elon Musk's wealth makes no fucking sense.
You're getting mad at Elon Musk for having value that is driven by supply and demand.
No, I'm explaining to you how it's fake money. Wait, hold on, RC. You asked me how it's fake money. I explained how it's fake money. I'm not getting mad at him for that. I'm explaining to you how this is fake money.
But you act like Elon's the only one benefiting.
No, I don't. No, I just used him as an example. What you're doing right now is now like trying to say that I'm making a point I'm not making. The point I'm making is this is fake money, and you know it's fake money. And these people are celebrated in our culture. For some reason, we look at Elon Musk like he's a fucking genius because he figured out that you can rig the game. And once you have enough money, you could fuck over everybody. You don't even need real money. It's all just a game to them. And you guys, we made these people heroes.
Elon for rigging the game, and he's not the one that's rigging it.
Listen carefully. We made these people heroes and pretended that what they were doing created value, and we allowed this to happen. And now we're fucked. Now we're on the precipice of a pretty massive collapse. And we're fucked because we pretended that these criminals were brilliant, and they weren't. They just figured out how to rig the game, which is what criminals do.
So let me ask this. You're saying that basically that it's these billionaires' fault, okay, who somehow have rigged this game.
I said it's our fault. I said it's our fault. RC.
Okay.
I said it's our fault. You keep going. I've said it 3 times now. It's our fault that we pretend that these people are heroes and that this is a good system. I don't even know what you're doing. Like, why do you care about whose fault it is? Why aren't you acknowledging that this system fucking sucks? It's such a shitty system. Who cares who gets the blame for it? I don't. It sucks. This whole goddamn economy is so fucking stupid. That's why so many dumb people are rich, because they're just dishonest. Like, how's Grant Cardone that rich? He just lies a lot. He's not bright. Grant Cardone's not smart. How many rich, dumb guys are there? A lot. Because they realized that you could just rig the game. And if you get enough momentum and enough capital behind you, you can just cheat the whole system. And that's who's running the White House, too.
How are they rigging it? What are they rigging?
I just explained it to you.
How is Grant Cardone rigging a game?
I just explained. Do you want me to explain? Okay. So they have all the money, right? And they have all the government on their payroll because they have basically unlimited money, and we don't do anything.
How did they get into that position?
Let me explain. Well, a lot of them got into that position by like for Elon, for example, he created a company that was kind of shitty, but he had a good patent. And then the PayPal bought it. And then he was able to invest in a bunch of other companies that made no money. And somehow, like, he bankrupted companies and his net worth went way up and he made all this money. It's very strange, actually. It seems like once he had millions of dollars, it was just easy to get billions of dollars by bankrupting companies and failing all the way to the top.
So he created a company and someone saw value in it and made a purchase, and you're blaming him for someone else giving.
No, you're playing blame again. I'm saying the system sucks. I don't give a fuck about who gets the blame.
So how would
why are you worried about blame rather than like how bad the system is?
Okay, so then how would you correct it?
I would go back to when our country was at its most stable and our most economically secure, and I would have an extremely progressive tax rate that topped out at 90%, and that would drastically expand the middle class. It's how your grandparents were able to like have retirements in a home. It's how your parents had that. It's how your great-grandparents probably had it. Everybody had that after World War II, basically, until Ronald Reagan came around and was like, hey, what if we let the rich people keep all the money? Let's see. And 50 years later, they have like fucking all of the money. They almost have it all. And somehow they've convinced people that you're a bitch if you don't like this system. And that you're just like, you're jealous and you're a hater, and that's why you're not a billionaire and they are. And that might be true, but holy fuck, that system sucks. So I would just go back to when it used to work, when like everybody could just have a job and their kids could go to school, they could go to college, they could retire. That's what I would do. I would more equally distribute the money.
Just want to remind everybody that the Galaxy drop has been activated.
So let me ask you this then. Back then, are you saying that the wealthy paid a larger share of the federal income taxes than they do now?
They paid a larger percentage, and what that did is, and their effective rate was lower than that, but essentially what it did is it forced them to pay everybody more. It forced the wealth down. And it's not just the revenue collected by the government. That's not the point. You build out infrastructure because you know when you get to a certain point, you're going to be taxed at 90%. So your incentive no longer is like, oh, I need to get as much fucking money as I can. It's like I need to expand this. If I want to be competitive, if I want to compete, if I want to be great, I'm still going to be really wealthy. But I'm going to branch out this way, and I'm going to create wealth along the way. And that's what it did. It created like really wealthy general managers, people who came up with a company. It bred loyalty. It forced the owners to never have the option that we gave them when we're like, why don't you just offshore those manufacturing jobs? Because you're going to save all this money. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's right. Because in America, it's about the money.
I think you and I agree on like what we'd like to see with the end result. I just think we're disagreeing on how to get there necessarily.
Well, what's another way to get there? The billionaires just going to start trickling it down out of nowhere?
No, like, first of all, the history on trickle-down economics, by the way, you can go back. Ronald Reagan.
I was going to say there was a drop for you, Mercy, but if you want to make a comment section and you want to come back up after, you're more than welcome to, RC.
Yeah, we got to wait half hour.
Renee said, can Admir eat the cannoli again and while doing it count down from 10? Asking for a friend.
RC, you can hold on and come back when Mideast is done, if you'd like.
Hey, Amanda.
Come back,
Mideast.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
That's good.
Welcome up to the
Trump's cum dumpster. I like that name. That's adorable.
We're gonna move on from that.
That was a chosen name by Puff Puff.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and my name raised the most money. Yeah, let's go me.
Hell yeah. W cum dumpsters. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Hey, no
move
judgment
on.
here.
Take
Oh,
your
okay, great,
take your
wonderful.
flowers, Admir. Don't be shy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not shy. You've seen me eat that cannoli, so I'm not shy at all. Just imagine. I mean, I got no gag reflex or nothing, so I'm all
Can
good.
fit a whole cannoli in that mouth.
I'm glad we're not making it weird.
No, but this ain't weird. Well,
just
me,
normal.
this you've been up here, so you know how this goes.
Yeah, no, I know.
What you want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to dive into our last conversation because last time I was up, we were discussing Israel, Gaza specifically.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember RTP, but
I don't. But
you
that's
brought
not
up
unusual.
the unalivement toll specifically, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I had a different opinion than you, so I'm just curious, like what do you believe it's at again? Because last time
I think I probably said at the time. I think I remember this. I think at the time it was like between 2 and 300,000. I think is what I said, right?
yeah, and like super incorrect about it, but confidently, which I
Why is that
appreciated.
incorrect?
Well, because it's not. I mean, even at Al Jazeera, they're saying 68,000.
No, that's counting that's counting how many people they think that they've killed in conflict. That's where that number is.
68,000 is the Gaza Ministry of Health's confirmed numbers.
In conflict, right? That's not total deaths.
That would be everything involving the war.
Right. Yeah, so what does that single out?
What do you mean?
Like
what does that single out?
starvation?
It does not, and that does not single out starvation.
Or, I mean, it leaves out. Sorry, I didn't mean single out. It leaves out.
It does
starvation,
not
right?
leave out starvation. It includes that in.
It does
in
not.
that
No,
number.
it doesn't.
No, 100%
No, it
does.
doesn't.
You specifically mentioned in our last conversation.
Where are you getting that source?
Where am I getting that source?
Yeah, what's the source
From
on that?
Al Jazeera. From Al Jazeera.
Where's Al Jazeera?
There's been 100, sir. There's been like 178 confirmed. I think it's 178 or 148. I have to find the exact number. People that have unalived from famine, and that's it, from starvation.
Yeah, this doesn't say that this is including. Wait, how many did you say?
I think it's like 148. You want me to get the exact number?
That have died from starvation?
Yeah.
Well, even if we took the 68,000 here and the 140 there, wouldn't that put me at 200,000?
148
people. 148 people
from starvation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
According to the Gaza Ministry of Health, that's how they have it labeled.
Well, let me pull it up.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting because you specifically quoted. Let me see who it was. Former Israel Defense Force Chief of Staff, Herzai Halevi, right?
Maybe. I don't remember if that's the name.
Because the article says like 220,000 casualties.
I don't know if that's who I was citing or not. I don't know.
Yeah, you brought up the number 220,000. That's how I found the article.
What does that mean? Well, is that the only place that number is found? I don't know. I don't.
Well, you brought up specifically Israel Defense Forces Chief of Staff Herzai Halevi specifically in our last conversation.
I don't remember that. To be honest, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I would just point out to you that this is casualties.
Yeah. How are they defining casualties?
Well, they have some that are killed or injured. So it's injured or killed.
Yeah, but
the greater number of them are injured.
Like in the process of war, right?
Well, when we talked about it originally and when I brought it up, we said the amount of people that have been unalived, right?
The amount of people that have died. There's a difference.
Yeah, the death toll would be... How much?
Did you glitch?
No, I'm like asking
what's your question?
It's a question. The death toll would be...
The people that have died in combat.
Correct, right?
That's what I just said.
That's what we were arguing about last time.
That's not why I wasn't starting that number of people that had died in casualty. I've never have. You can go on the record. There's people that watch me every day. I've never ever said that. In fact, if you're who I remember, I specifically said that you guys aren't counting all of the deaths. So we agree on this.
Well, no, this would be all of the deaths. This is the people that reported. Their families go to a website. They report the people
What
that are
do they
missing,
report?
unalived. They report that they were
If you
unalived.
starve to
Yeah.
death, you don't go missing. The family goes and reports they're
And
missing.
they report they report you as unalive due to famine,
You
right?
think
That's
the
how they get their
families
numbers.
you think the families, the Palestinian families, after they lose a child, that they're going on the internet that they definitely for sure have living outside, and then they're going on and they're
Well,
making
it's
sure
not
to
just them
I
reporting
just
it.
let me ask the question. You're telling me that they go on and they record everybody's deaths?
Yeah, they report them specifically. They, not only do
source
they
for that one?
not only do so, let me explain. So the families will go ahead and report, but also different government officials will go in and actually from Hamas, the Gaza Ministry of Health, and actually collect data on this, along with Gaza University, I believe.
I don't understand what your I don't understand what your point is here. We already agree
Well,
that
my
you're not
point
counting
is
everybody who
last-
starved. We also, I mean, we have no idea how many bodies are in the rubble. None.
We of course we don't know. We don't know that.
I've seen it.
Then
You
how
don't
are
think
you?
there could
Because
be
last time you
hundreds of
made a
thousands
claim.
of people?
Last time you made specifically the claim that there was 220,000.
No, I said estimates are between 200,000 and 300,000.
Where
I might have read you a source that said 220. Maybe that's where you're getting it.
Where are the estimates? Because last time you specifically read the source that I have up on my screen, because I specifically left the tab open for when I came back to have a conversation with you about
what I
it.
said is the IDF confirmed this. I said even they have, because I thought that would be the only source you would believe.
The IDF didn't confirm it in this. He said the casualties were this amount, and they were including unalived and injured. I tried to get you to continue to read it. Somebody sent up a galaxy.
Yeah,
you had kept me on for a little bit, and then when I asked you,
you're doing the same thing.
Hold on,
you're doing
I'm not
that's
doing
in
the
combat.
same thing.
Yes, it is. We agree on this number.
RTP.
Okay,
come on
how many
now.
people
That's
are buried
not
in the
exactly
rubble?
what you said.
No,
you
no,
conflated. You conflated casualties
I've never
injured,
said
specifically in that number. In the article that you brought up, that you mentioned, that I tried to get you to read the rest of the quote that you were quoting, you dropped me right after that point when I was trying to press you on it.
The mods do, but
no, you did. No, you dropped me specifically.
No, I don't.
You said we don't have Zionist up on our panels. I remember quite
but I didn't
what
drop
you
you.
said.
I didn't drop you. Doesn't matter.
It was probably me, in fairness.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. We already agreed. Like, you're talking about combat. This is what we argued about last time too. It was the same argument. How many people are dead?
We were talking about the unalive.
Wait, let me ask the question. How many people are dead in the rubble?
We have no idea until this is done.
That's why these are estimates. That's why the number's between 200,000 and 300,000.
So where are you getting the estimate
I could get the sources.
The estimate is for unalived and injured. It's for both of them. So what you're talking about includes injured.
No, that's in combat.
You realize the Gaza Ministry of Health in those numbers also includes people that die from natural causes, right?
If they're in rubble and you haven't found them, they would not be counted as dead or injured because you wouldn't know they exist.
Do you understand?
Right?
No,
just right though. I just want to make sure we're on the same page there. I want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so because I asked you how many people are dead, and we're back to this number. So people are going to estimate how many people.
68,229 that are
right. So I asked how many people are under the rubble. You said I don't know. I said that's why they're estimates, and you said yeah, the number's 68,000. And then we get back to this number includes people that have been either confirmed injured or dead. So this doesn't include any of the people that are unconfirmed. Right?
You specifically said the estimates are between this amount.
Wait, right? Am I
right
saying that correctly?
Right on what? Right that they're not counting the people that are under the rubble, or right that they're including them in the estimates?
Right that you don't know how many people are missing in the rubble.
We don't, but I'd like to talk about that.
Any number that somebody threw out would be an estimate, right?
Any number that anybody would throw out would be an estimate.
Right.
I would say, if you're saying that, I would say it'd be an estimate. You specifically said that it was between this amount.
I said estimates are between 200,000 and 300,000.
Okay, where?
I can pull them up.
Where is the estimate? Yeah, just tell me the website. I'll pull it up.
Sure. This one is from Al Jazeera, you seem to like that story. This is a Lancet study from July of 2024.
You're bringing up the Lancet study that says 186,000 people.
It said it could reach more than 186,000 people, right?
It says it could
Yeah,
reach
because
that amount.
yeah, because they're yeah, exactly.
Well, let's pull up the Lancet study.
These are all estimates.
Yeah, I sent you something.
Thank you.
from-
A retired Israeli.
This is the one we were looking for. This is the one I think I was looking for. Is this from Brown, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from Brown, October 7th, 2025, Netta Crawford. It's the human toll of the Gaza war.
Which one are we doing? The Brown one or are we doing the Lancet one?
I don't know, man.
It was taken. You brought up the Lancet.
No, I'm just telling you who has given estimates. I'm giving you estimates.
Okay.
Yeah, so the estimate here is as of 3rd October 2025, according to the Gaza Ministry of Health, 67,075 people have been killed, 169,000 have been injured out of the approximately 2.2 million people living in the Gaza Strip. Total number of Gazans has declined an estimated 2.1 million people since the start of the war due to the death and exodus of about 100,000 people from the territory. The total number of casualties, 236,505 people who have been killed and injured, constitutes more than 10% of pre-war
and injured.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
killed and injured.
Right. So those are just the people they can confirm. We are saying
Dude,
the same thing.
You're missing the point entirely. We're not.
No, you think that I'm making a real claim on the estimate, right?
I asked you specifically how many people were unalived in Gaza. I didn't ask you about injured. I said that the article that you brought up last time specifically mentioned that last time we were talking about the death toll. Right. And now we're back.
We were not talking about
killed or injured.
We were talking about the estimate.
And you were talking
about combat.
No.
We're still doing the same thing.
I gave you the quoted number. I gave you the number that's consistent of 68,000.
Yes,
right?
yes.
68,
I agree with that number.
So then why are we including injured?
Because like you just...
How do you know how many are injured and how many are dead?
No. That article was for her to confirm your number. That was from Jen. What we're saying is we know that there are people who are dead that we don't know about, right? That aren't counted in that number,
sure
right?
There are.
So there are...
What does Israel specifically do? So what does the IDF specifically do as far as the civilians that live there? What did they do?
What?
They moved them into what type of corridors? They moved into the safe zones. They moved into different areas. How much rubble were they actually in?
What are you talking about?
Roof knocking.
Wait,
they
what
do
are
all
you
these
talking
different
about?
things. I'm asking you specifically how we would even get to the conclusion that the number would be significant of 100,000, 200,000.
We could read the studies. I haven't read the studies.
But what are the studies based off of?
I don't know. I told you there are people that have estimated between 100,000 and 200,000 additional deaths, which would take us to 200,000 to 300,000, right?
This is specifically what I'm trying to understand from our last conversation on this.
Gotcha.
I think we're talking past each other.
I think so.
The point that I'm trying to get across to you in our last conversation, I brought up that the death toll was 68,000, and you scoffed at me, and I specifically said, well, what do you believe the death toll to be? And then you brought up, let me grab his name again.
Let him stay for a little bit longer. I want to let him get his point
There
out.
was, y'all, you gotta wait until I have it on my background.
Okay.
Because we're monitoring the queue list, and there's nobody in the queue right now for him to drop. So please do not send a Galaxy if I don't have it up on my screen. Thank you.
We'll send him the Galaxy so he can get his Galaxy. Come on, guys.
Well, we just don't want people to think that you're going to get dropped for sending it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the Israel Defense Forces Chief Staff, Herzai Halevi, you brought up him specifically last time when talking about the death toll.
I brought up the number.
And you said
right?
specifically that he said that the number was 220,000.
Wait, I brought up the number,
brought up him by name.
Okay.
You brought up him by name.
Okay.
And then you said the number. You specifically referenced him saying that Israel's own IDF chief specifically stated this number. I tried to press you on the rest of his quote, because you made it seem like that there was only that there was 220,000 Palestinians that they are confirming, the IDF is confirming, have been unalived.
Yeah.
I was trying to press you on the rest of that quote where it says killed or injured.
Yeah, this is pretty easy to, you were asking for sources, right? So I was on Google and I was reading you headlines, right? And I read the headline of the IDF chief. I probably read a couple other headlines too. I could tell you that there are estimates of between 200 and 300,000. We don't know that number yet. It's a strange thing because, like, I agree with you that the confirmed number is 67,000. You think, like, is it ridiculous for me to scoff to think that that's not the real number? Like, we've seen what happened there. Everybody knows the number is significantly higher than 67,000. Even if it was 30, even if it was 30,000, even if it was 10,000, even if it was 25,000, it's still way too many. I can't deduce it. I'm just relying on estimates from other people, and we'll find out the real answers down the line. But you're acting like it's crazy for me to think that more than 67,000 people died.
You're kind of saying it for me. What I'm trying to get to is that instead of going off of facts, you're going off of feelings.
No.
I read the headline and I was in the middle of the debate with you. Instead of actually reading the substance of the article and knowing what I was talking about, I confidently said that it was 220,000 according to my own IDF chief,
which was injuries and deaths, right?
And which was casualty. Yeah.
So then you're not really addressing the estimates of 200,000 to 300,000 deaths, then, are you?
No, I am.
No, you're not. You're just
I brought up the Lancet study that you had brought up. I said, let's go ahead and talk about it and look at the numbers and how they get to them.
If we're talking about total deaths, and you give me a number that includes the confirmed deaths and the injuries, like, you're the one that's including injuries for some reason. I don't know why you're including the injuries, other than to say that was
a part of your original claim.
Hold on. Other than to say that was the guy's quote, which I just told you. Like, I was just reading you the headlines as I was going down Google, and you were searching them. I hadn't read that before. You can watch in real time me just reading off headlines to you.
RTP, you were debating me last time specifically on the number of casualties, the unalived, specifically.
You think I was
dead.
giving you a specific
number? I gave you
number?
68,000. You said that my own IDF chief contradicts what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I was, again, that's wrong. I was wrong on that, by the way. But I'm just reading you the headlines as we're going down. Yeah, but my argument never was that you're still wrong with the argument. You saying the number 67,000 isn't an accurate. We know that's not going to be an accurate number.
I'm going after actual finished numbers, like actual confirmed numbers by Hamas and what they are specifically saying.
Yeah, and
they're
I'm
the
saying,
ones putting out that number.
And I'm saying we're way past.
Sure that number
67,000 was already too high. So, like, even if the number stayed at 67,000, it's still too high. It still doesn't. That's
incredibly low.
It still doesn't change anything I've seen. It still doesn't change that they bombed. It still doesn't change. Excuse me. Still doesn't change that they bombed hospitals. Still doesn't change that they double tapped hospitals. It still doesn't change that they sniped children.
Double tapped one.
None of that shit. None of that shit matters.
They haven't sniped children, by the way. But I do want
to. 2 seconds. We do have
Millie wants to come up.
We can activate the drop.
That's fine.
It was already. I was trying to speak before somebody muted me, but the fuck. There was a galaxy already sent, Jen, so I kept it in my pocket. If we want to go ahead and use it for Millie to come up,
you can come back, man. I know we didn't finish it. We can get on the same page. I'm sure.
All right.
So, if you want to come back after.
Nah, keep Mideast up here. Why do you want to get rid of Mideast? I also thought that RTP said he refused to ever speak to me. Did you change your ways? Also, do you remember the time that RTP said that Emily slid into his DMs and he lied about it? Remember that? Good times. How about the time when you were supposed to debate OM and ran from that too?
Well, are you coming out to debate?
Jen, just let her keep going. It looks better if she just keeps going. Go ahead. Sorry, Millie. Didn't mean to cut you off.
What more do you want? When you pretended to be sick and after you hosted a whole stream so you could get out of debating OM? Listen, I'm glad that you now want to talk to me. What do you want to talk about?
I've never wanted to talk to you. You're one of the most boring people I've ever spoken to. But what point did you want to bring up, Millie?
What do you mean? No, I only came up here because your mod said that you would actually talk to me, so I thought that was interesting.
And you used it
to rehash
history? Go ahead, Millie. This is your chance.
Nah, you decide what you want to debate on. I'll debate anything.
Okay. Donald Trump doesn't know what a tariff is.
Donald Trump doesn't know what a tariff is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knows what an import fee is.
Does he know what a tariff is?
Yes.
How come he keeps saying other countries pay it?
Do you know what a tariff is?
Yeah, a tariff is an import tax, but Trump says it's paid by other countries.
So why did you act all coy there when I said an import?
I'm wondering why Trump
pretended like that wasn't what it was.
See, Millie, one of the reasons that I don't really want to debate you is because I'm trying to talk to you about Trump and you want to talk about me. And it's weird.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, you
I said
are.
Donald Trump knows what an import fee is.
Well, then why does he keep saying other countries pay it?
Because some businesses do pay the tariffs. It depends on your business contract.
No. The question was, why does he keep saying some companies or countries pay it? You said companies. Why does he keep saying other countries pay the tariff?
Yeah, well, there is reciprocal tariffs and then there are tariffs.
Yeah, I get that. But why does he
both.
say that they pay the tariffs?
Yeah, what is a reciprocal tariff?
A reciprocal tariff is a tariff that they put on goods coming into their country that is paid for by the citizens of their country. America doesn't pay those tariffs. Their citizens do. So I'm going to ask again, why does Donald Trump keep saying that other countries pay the tariffs? And why does he say we bring in...
Do you know what a SOE is?
No, what's a SOE?
A state-owned enterprise.
Okay. What about it?
How many of those does China have?
A lot.
Okay, so then a country would be paying it,
No.
right? Yes.
No.
If it's a state-owned enterprise,
because they're doing business,
and they have to pay duty fees, then the state would be paying for that fee.
No, the company in the United States is paying that fee because according to the United States, according to our tax law, it is not owned by the Chinese government. It's owned by whoever created the entity here in the United States. So that would have to be somebody who's either a legal resident or a citizen of the United States paying an import tax. See, this is the thing that I don't like about you is you know that Donald Trump doesn't know what the fuck a tariff is, and you know he lies about it, but you're too arrogant. You just won't admit it.
I find that
He's
really
just a
funny,
dumb guy.
Did he or did he not get a degree from Wharton?
He did.
Economics?
We haven't seen his grades.
Oh, okay. So then he would know.
Maybe he forgot.
Right? And so
no, he doesn't know.
Sidestep.
Wait, what do you mean? Maybe he does know?
Because I said reciprocal tariff,
is
which
he tricking
you know
us?
that a reciprocal tariff.
Is he tricking us?
Okay.
Is he tricking us that he doesn't know?
Are you crashing?
No, I'm trying to have a debate with you. Is he tricking us that he doesn't know?
No.
Okay, then why does he keep saying the wrong thing?
I told you a reciprocal tariff, and the fact that you said that those entities were private businesses. I said, no, they're not, because some of them are state-owned enterprises, which means that China would be paying for it.
No.
Yes?
No.
Yes.
Functionally, no.
I mean, you could say no, but you can just be confidently wrong.
Oh, so does China? Do we get a check from the Chinese Communist Party or China for those tariffs, or is it an American company that writes that check?
You said, and maybe you should choose your words wisely, whether or not a country pays tariffs.
They don't pay the tariff.
So maybe make your argument better, and
this
you
is
won't
your
get dog walked in it.
So Trump is actually he's being sly. He's like, actually, because China owns some companies, and those companies have headquarters here, and they import it, and we tax them through their legal owners, through our legal entity, and it is through American currency, but actually, because China has ownership, they are paying the tariff. That's what he means when he says that?
That would be what a reciprocal tariff is.
Yeah, sure,
RTP.
That's what he does.
That would be what a reciprocal tariff
and
is.
So then all of the tariffs he said it's like 18 trillion. He says that's all been paid by foreign countries. So all of these companies are also foreign owned.
He said it's 18 trillion.
I think he said 18 trillion.
When did he said it's 18 trillion?
I think he said 18 trillion on tariffs.
That would be interesting.
Well, it would be a lie.
Well, he would be hella
for
wrong.
New investments.
That's true.
Hold on one second.
Oh, okay.
That's also a lie. It's hard to keep track of all of his lies because we have no money in investments.
Are you sure
either.
that it wasn't just you lying, RTP?
Well, I can find the real
number. You
number.
can't just admit that you made that up.
No, I just got the number mixed up with the investments. Trump does lie about a lot of numbers.
Okay. Yeah, investments are nice, aren't they? How many investments?
Those are fake, though. Those are fake. Those numbers are fake.
Investments?
Yeah, when he's saying 18 trillion, there's no evidence that anybody has given us that money. Those are just people saying like, yeah, we promised in the future we'll probably do it.
Okay. Where is the quote on 18 trillion for investment?
He said it was 2 days ago. Hold on real quick. Let me find this other one about tariff revenue, what he's claiming. Let me find it.
Awesome. While we're waiting, how many investments did Biden secure?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, of course you don't.
No, I don't.
I know. How was the inflation
in the whataboutism.
Okay. Well, hey, how was the inflation?
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
Did Donald Trump get inflation down?
Hold on, real quick. I am high, and I'm looking for something, and I have ADHD. So talk to somebody else for a second.
All right. Well, who can tell me what the inflation rate was in January?
Admir, are you itching?
Anybody?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. No,
inflation rate in January?
Yeah, I think it was like 3. I think we're down like 0.1. It's at this point. It's almost the same. Is that right?
You guys, if you're sending galaxies to kick, we don't have people to come up. So if you're sending galaxies to kick, don't do that.
No, Millie, you're good.
I thought that you guys promised that when we implemented these tariffs, we were going to have like crazy inflation. What happened? Looks like inflation went down, huh?
When were the tariffs implemented?
In February.
No, they weren't implemented in February. Try again.
Oh, yes, they were. You want me to bring the executive order?
They were announced. I said.
No, the executive order went out.
Yeah, that's not.
Don't play coy.
No, that's not when they get put in place. Coy.
Okay, so when I pull up the executive order, RTP,
the executive order.
Are you going to call me mommy?
No, I think I'm going to call you stupid because you don't understand how this works. Do you think the president writes an executive order and it's just done?
That's when we put the duty fees in place. That is 100% what happened.
Oh, you don't know how it works. No, it doesn't do that.
Okay, so when did they go into effect?
Well, it's kind of been staggered. I think the first ones went into effect in April.
Oh, and how did that happen? What was the process?
What was the process? Trump announced that they were going to do it.
It's not done by executive order.
No, because then they negotiated.
How does that happen?
Well, they announced the executive order and then they negotiated it after.
There is no negotiation. You can change duty fees when you feel like it.
What do you think?
So
when Trump says he's negotiating, what is he talking about?
WTO.
So who's he negotiating with?
Well, negotiations are always underway. That doesn't mean that when Donald Trump issues out an executive order to implement duty fees that it isn't carried out. That's your argument.
I think he gave them like on a lot of Well, I don't know the exact number.
I thought you knew.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you went from thinking. Did you know or are you thinking? Which one is it?
I was thinking.
All right.
Yeah, he kept pushing timelines back. Remember that? He would set a date with his orders and then he'd push the timeline back. Remember the taco trades? Everybody's making fun of him. It's because they didn't go into effect the day of the executive order. Because he kept pushing the timeline back.
But when do they go into effect? The timeline gets suspended after the executive order.
No. The executive order. He set a timeline and then he pushed it back from his own executive order.
Okay. Well, you're very confidently wrong. I find that very entertaining.
So what were the taco trades everybody was making fun of then?
Well, that would be you falling for propaganda, RTP.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, would be you falling for propaganda.
But was it the propaganda that he keeps? It's Trump always chickens out.
Right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. February 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, that imposing duties to address the synthetic opioid supply chain in People's Republic of China.
Yeah.
Okay. So we implemented those tariffs?
When?
February 1st.
Are you sure?
Did you not read the date of the executive order?
I'm looking at the date.
I don't think you sound sure.
Well, even on this, it says like...
Ready? Right here. Why don't you big box me, okay? And then after that, you can call me mommy, all right?
This is getting weird, by the way.
Why is it getting weird? You seem so confident. Now you're not confident anymore. What happened?
Yeah, what is it saying? Read it.
Okay, right here. All articles of the product of the PRC as defined by the Federal Register, notice described in Section 2D of this order, the Federal Register notice shall be consistent with the law, subject to an additional 10% ad valorem rate of duty. Such duty shall be applied with respect to goods entered for consumption or withdrawn from warehouse for consumption on or after 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time Fourth.
What was the date of the letter?
I'll take your concession. I'll take your concession anytime now.
What was the date of the letter again?
And then we'll go to.
Wait, real quick. What was the date of the letter again?
Where we increased it.
Excuse me. What was the date of the letter again?
Date of the letter or date
or the
of
executive
the executive order?
Yeah.
Yeah. February 1st.
And what was the date that he said they were enacted?
February 4th.
Yeah, you're fucking dumb. That's 3 days later. No, it went into place the day. It went into effect the day that he signed the executive order. And then two paragraphs later, it's a different fucking day. It's a different fucking day, isn't it, Millie?
I find it so funny.
Isn't it, Millie?
I find it so funny.
Call me daddy.
You said they weren't implemented at all in February.
I will take that apology now, and you can call. Actually, please don't
I'm
call
not
me
apologizing
daddy.
to you.
Of course
you said
not.
they were never implemented.
No, I didn't. I said
you said they were never implemented.
I said they kept getting pushed back. They're implemented right now.
So no, they didn't. No, they didn't. So again, March 3rd, here we go. March 3rd, you can put me right back up in that big box.
No, wait, hold on, Millie. You understand?
Don't put me back up in the big box.
Hold on real quick.
You said that we pulled it back.
Millie.
Okay, there we go.
Do you think we only
March
have
3rd,
tariffs on China? Do you think we only have tariffs on China?
No, we have other tariffs.
Okay, and did we not push back
those? You made the claim.
I didn't say anything about China.
You made the claim that they're not in place.
No, I didn't. Who said that?
Yes, you did.
You don't think
you said
you think
taco,
I don't think we have,
and you said that he chickened out.
No.
Remember?
That was about him pushing tariffs back, not the Chinese ones.
Okay, so first of all, you went from saying the tariffs aren't in place and that he kept checking out to now you're cherry picking which country China.
I never said that they weren't in place. That's insane. I never said that.
Okay, so then you'll admit that the tariffs that we've had in place.
Most of the tariffs went into place in April. No, I said most of the tariffs went into place in April, meaning most of the tariffs.
Well, that's not true either.
What tariffs?
That's not true either because we did the same thing with Canada around the same time.
Yeah, but that's two countries.
Canada and Mexico and China
we place tariffs on countries like every week.
Okay, so just really quick, RTP. Who are our biggest importers?
Who do we import from?
Who are our biggest importers?
Like, who do we import from the most?
Yep.
China and India, probably.
Nope.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, China's one of them.
I bet India's up there.
Yes, again. Maybe top 5.
I mean, Mexico's in there. Canada's in there.
Yes. China, Canada, Mexico. Okay. So we have had duties. We've had increased tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada since February.
I understand that. That's 3 countries.
Okay. So now you can explain to me, because you guys promised that with tariffs, we were going to have inflation. Remember these talking points that you guys put out?
Yeah.
If we put on the tariffs, everything's going to get more expensive.
Yep. No.
But inflation went down, yeah?
No.
Yes.
Not since we put in the tariffs.
Yes.
No, you can look from like.
Do you want me to show you a 0.1 deflation?
What I want you
in
to
March?
What I want you to show me is all the tariffs. So you can find charts that show when the tariffs were implemented. And what you're doing right now is you're cherry picking a couple, which you were wrong about that too. You said the executive order puts them in place. You were wrong about that. That was the argument that no, they were not on the day that it's signed. You said the day that it's signed, and I said they had a timeline. And you're like, no,
I never
it's
said
the
on
day
the day it was signed.
All right, sure you didn't.
I never said on the day it was signed. My argument is
Millie.
No. Jen, see your way out.
Hey,
see your way out, Jen.
Millie, be respectful.
See your way out, Jen.
Millie, be respectful. Millie, be respectful.
Be respectful for what?
You know,
I'm having a debate.
Nobody's talking.
I'm not having a debate
you're
with Jen.
Steamrolling. That's what you fucking do.
I'm not steamrolling.
I'm in the car right now, so I can't kick you. And another mod, kick the fuck out of this bitch out. She's fucking. I'm done.
Okay, whine some more.
Well,
I'm telling you, I can't kick you right now.
RTP runs again. RTP runs again.
I'm kicking you because you're a cunt.
Jesus.
Fucking A, dude.
That's wild. It's just like it's debating. It's wild. Like I don't think that she heard a word of that conversation. If we want to look at any economist, like have tariffs driven inflation up, they all say yes. Most of our tariffs went into place in April. You can look that up. There's like a million different tariffs, and inflation's steadily been rising slowly, and the value of our currencies dropped, I think, 12 or 13%. But yeah, Trump's killing it. All right, welcome back.
I'm sorry, but isn't it supposed to be 1v1?
She was, yeah, Jen's just sick of her.
No, I was trying to moderate because she was over talking. She was going and she wouldn't shut the fuck up. So
Yeah, but he's a big boy. He can handle himself.
yeah, that's fine. But I stepped in. So do you want to complain about that, or do you want to go back to your crying about the numbers?
Yeah,
Well,
we were
yeah,
arguing
I would like
about.
to go back to crying about my numbers,
We
but
were arguing about what somebody said. Are you saying that Millie didn't say that? You think that in that
conversation said they go in place, and you're
Hold on.
debating your argument stands on
Hold
one
on.
day. You said they didn't go into place
That's what
until
she
March.
said. No, I said
No, that's what you.
No, I
you
said the tariffs
that.
don't go into place on the day that they're announced. And then she brought up one set of tariffs in China, and it didn't go into place the day she announced. I didn't ask her to bring up China. I didn't reference China. She chose one. She could have chosen any country.
RTP. I'm not going to debate you on something that somebody else said.
Well, I want to see if you're
good. I want to
see if you're good faith then, because you're asking everybody to rely on your memory of the last time we talked, and now Millie too. Let's see how your memory was there.
I believe she said that you said specifically March. I think she was
April.
off by 3 days.
That.
I don't remember her specifically saying anything about them going into effect the same day.
I bet.
She said that they go into effect pretty much immediately.
Oh, she said pretty much those lines.
But like I
why were we looking at the dates they went in? Then why were we looking at the dates that they went into effect?
With you. I've been sitting here hanging out, doing my own thing.
Bro, you came
waiting for my chance to come back up.
You came in here, you wanted to rehash the last guest, you went after Jen. So don't cry when I go do it back to you. It's fine. I just want to know if you're good faith there. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, she said specifically that tariffs are put in place by executive order.
And then there's a process, right, to put them in place. That was my argument.
How quick of a process is it if it takes only 4 days?
Well, she said the executive order, really, it's the day that the executive order is signed. That's what she said. That was the argument we were having.
Screen? What was the date that it said on the screen?
It was the 4th of February, and it was signed on the 1st. Which, again,
it's signed on the 1st. Yeah. So 3 days for it to actually take effect. So were we just arguing semantics over the amount of days?
It wasn't my argument, dude. It wasn't my argument. She said that the executive order, the day that you signed.
What was your?
I didn't make an argument. My stance is, she said that inflation hasn't gone up, and I said that when you look at when the tariffs have actually gone into place, you can see we've had a slow rise in inflation, and we've seen the value of the dollar plummet. It's down like 12 or 13%.
Interesting.
That's true, right?
Honestly, I don't really care
about the economy. You just want to talk more about Israel. You want to talk about the state of our economy?
Finish up the conversation that I was having with you. I think our economy is heading in the right direction right now, and I think that there's a lot of good things on the horizon for our economy.
What good things are coming on the horizon for our economy?
Well, I think that Donald Trump is playing his way through what's going on around the world right now, specifically with China and the attack that we're under by them right now.
What attack are we under by China?
Well, I think they're trying to harm our economy and specifically do...
how are they doing that?
I would say like economic war on the United States.
How are they doing that?
And a resource war specifically on precious minerals.
How are they doing that?
I would say like lithium. Well, what they do is they get these third world countries involved in them, right?
Kind of like
what they do is they put in these different agreements and investments into these countries specifically.
Kind of like USAID?
That are linked to...
Kind of like that?
I'm not a fan of USAID.
Yeah, but that's what their version is, right? This is like their version of USAID?
I would say this is like on steroids. I don't know if I would compare the two specifically.
Well, they've definitely increased their spending, and especially as the United States has decreased their funding, China has gone in, especially if you're talking about like Africa and South America, China's going in now and filling those gaps that the U.S. has left.
Okay. What's your point?
Well, my point is this is a self-inflicted wound. Donald Trump doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and China is outmaneuvering him. And I think China's outmaneuvering him.
You think they're outmaneuvering him right now? Okay,
clearly.
How so?
Well, one, they've been able to go and deal with some of the stuff that they needed, that they import from us. They've been able to find workarounds. They've been able to work out trade agreements with countries around them to get stuff imported. And American companies rely so heavily on them.
Can we tariff those other countries?
We do tariff those other countries, but they're probably not being very honest. Yeah. And it doesn't seem that the tariffs are doing anything for us worldwide. Like, I don't think there's a single country in this world that we have a better trade relationship with now than we did before.
Okay. I would tell you that I'm not an economics expert by any means, but I would say that I think Trump's doing an admirable job.
By what measure?
I would say that his, well, I try to get into it specifically if you'd like me to, or let me. Yeah. Are you familiar with BRICS?
Yeah.
What was the purpose behind BRICS?
From my understanding, the purpose is to create like a competitive alternative currency that would rival the dollar, or surpass the dollar.
Between Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Yeah. How's that working out for BRICS?
Better than it's working out for us.
Really?
I mean, China.
So you think BRICS is like still a very significant threat? Doesn't that like kind of like
I think
upon
BRICS
people's confidence and
I think BRICS is a bigger threat now because the value of our dollar has decreased and Donald Trump has fucked up all of our relationships around the world. Meanwhile, China's going like just think of these people that they don't they might not have the same bad feelings about China or communism, but look around the world. What has the U.S. done for the last 50 years? Invade. What has China done?
Okay.
Is China invading? No, they don't give a fuck about China. Now, we might view China as an enemy.
No, they're invading. But they're just doing it in a different way.
But not in the same way, right? So China is viewed more favorably worldwide than us, and they're using that money to help build up these other countries. The same way we became a world power. That's how we did it. I don't know if I even like world powers, but China's using our own model against us, and Trump thinks like his bravado and his arrogance is going to win. It's just not. Our currency is being devalued. We're in a massive tech bubble. We're now bailing out other countries and buying agriculture from them while our own agriculture is imploding. We're not reshoring manufacturing jobs. I don't know what measure Trump's doing well at.
What do you think was giving countries confidence to come on board with them into BRICS? What do you think would be the mechanisms that are doing that?
For those other countries? Like why they would get on board? Well, they're giving them aid. They're also more stable. We're incredibly our leadership is very unstable. If you want to do business with somebody,
do you think that Russia and China are stable?
I think China is far more stable than we are.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I do.
I would say that a lot of countries right now are pretty weary of China.
Yeah, because they're beating everybody's ass and they have a big military. They're also weary of us. But they like China more right now, and that sucks.
Yeah, I'd love to make this point. My point would be that you saw Russia and China growing closer together originally. You saw Iran growing closer to them as well. What was it specifically that China was investing heavily in that we kind of disrupted recently? At the help of Israel. I like going back to Israel.
I don't know.
I would say confidence in Chinese and Russia weapons, right? The Silk Road specifically as well.
And you're saying like when we bombed Iran?
When we bombed Iran? Yeah, when the United States did and when Israel did with their F-35.
Yeah, we still don't know what amount of damage we did to Iran, but I don't know.
I don't even care about that. They did enough damage
how did that weaken
it,
China?
Well, it specifically weakened its allegiance between Russia and Iran. Iran's now buying more weapons from China. Russia wasn't able to come to the aid. These are two members that were participating specifically.
So Iran is. It seems like you're making the argument that Iran likes them more now. Like I don't think bombing them pushed us towards us.
They were really liking Russia specifically, what they put in place was using the Silk Road, and that's why China was investing heavily in it, was that it was a way to skirt sanctions, right? Iran heavily sanctioned. I don't know if you remember Trump's tough on Iran policies.
No, I don't. When he withdrew from the nuclear agreement because he's a dumb bitch. Yeah. Labeling something
that
tough.
Was actually a very smart decision to make.
It was. So what was they had no enriched uranium, and then as soon as we got out of it and couldn't watch them anymore, suddenly 4 years later, it's only a good deal for.
It's only to enrich to the amount that the IAEA believed that they were enriched.
It's only a good deal for Israel, who just has been begging us to bomb all their neighbors forever.
How long does it take? How long does it take to enrich from what they had it at, from civilian grade for anything for nuclear reactors, for the medical space? How long does it take to enrich to 86%?
When we bombed them?
No, I'm asking you, how long does it take to enrich uranium
from what to
weapons
what?
Grade standards? How long does it take?
From what to what?
From civilian grade for civilian purposes.
So from the entire process, start to finish, how long does it take?
Yeah, it's pretty quick to get it up to civilian uses, but it takes a very long time to get it up to. Let me Google it real quickly. Hold on.
Just while he's doing that up, before I forget, Mideast, I got a just quick question, and then I'll go back on mute. Do you condone or do you condemn the ICC for going after Netanyahu?
Do I condone or condemn it? Hold on 1 second, guys.
No worries.
Give me 1 second. My kid's upstairs and he's crying, so I need to go rock him for a second.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Give me 1 second.
I don't. Where are we even going? This is a bizarre conversation.
Shit really escalated tonight. Good Lord.
That's what. It's not. Yeah, she's just not a fun person to talk to. It just sucks.
You know what I did remember though? The Florida thing that you had asked earlier.
Yeah.
The fuck federal. That's what I forgot.
The what?
Can't get that here in Florida. The Addies. The Addies that we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah. You guys have crazy. You can't get ADHD meds there.
Nope.
It was weird that she asked me to call her mommy that many times. A very strange person.
No comment.
I mean, look.
No comment.
We'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did not call her mommy. I don't even know what the fuck we were arguing about. And that's mostly what those debates are with her. It's just nonstop whataboutisms. It's not very fun.
Is that the one that the rumor you had an affair, all that? Was that it?
I don't know whose live that was.
Okay.
I didn't actually see it.
It was her live.
It was? Okay.
It was her live. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. She'll get another month's worth of using my name to prop herself up. Tell us about Emily. I would never.
Go back.
Who's Emily?
Don't talk about her when she goes on and has your face in the background forever. So.
Oh, is this what we were talking about, Jay, the other day?
Yeah. Amanda, don't ask that question.
Yeah, don't do that, Jen.
Jay.
Don't ask that question.
Do I need to mute up?
No, don't make no.
Cass said you lie, Jay.
I'm not lying. This isn't a lie.
You got some explaining to do.
I don't want to explain it because if I explain it, it stops being fun. That doesn't make it sound better, actually. That makes it sound worse. Yeah. Some people know.
What do we know? I don't know.
You missed our live then. We talked about it on our live.
Huh.
Thank you, Mother Pugger. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Illusion. I appreciate it.
You can't.
Trying to take my freedom of speech away.
No, you know who it is. You just didn't know that was their name, and I didn't want to connect those dots. But It's connected.
I connected it.
You got it now? There you go.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So is it true?
I know this is
Don't
what
fall
I'm saying. If
for
I
that.
answer it, it's not fun anymore.
Jayford?
It's not fun anymore if I answer it. That's what sucks.
Matt, don't celebrate shit.
No, it's not true. It's absolutely not true. I've never met her ever.
I'll mute up. I'll mute up.
Nobody ever believes me. It stems from I think Justin was just trying to get under OM's skin. I think it stems from a live when I think I said like he said he didn't know who I was and I said your girlfriend did, which is all I said, which is kind of a funny joke. But they got very upset about that. They still think that was crossing the line. Maybe it was. I don't know. Just because she used to invite me to who was that weird dude? AV. She used to always invite me to AV's live. Why does my live keep ending? Oh, I keep getting banned on TikTok during the live show.
Whoa, I just got a message that okay. Anyways, for the people asking in the comment section, yes, I would have to move out of Florida to get my meds. But then we have a 50-mile radius regulation, so technically I can't. So there's that.
I see that there's an electric on the box, and then Westland, if you guys are in opposition to RTP, if you guys can opt out of requests.
Yeah, we had that problem during COVID with ADHD meds. In fact, every time I order them, they tell me that they're probably on, that we probably can't get them, but then I can always get them. I just go to where all the old people live, and then because they're not taking any of it. Oh, no. Is nobody going to respond to me right now? I'm just going to talk to myself.
No,
What was it? My brain's all over the place.
I'm trying to look for food.
What was the?
So my internet probably glitchy.
What did you say about C19 and the meds?
That's when we got like the shortage for ADHD meds.
Yeah, and that's also when they put the 50-mile regulation.
I don't understand what that is.
C19.
What is that?
And also so if it's pretty much if you're seen, like the town I'm seen in, right? Like within a year, there's certain pharmacies that will take you. Within 2 years, certain won't, and then you have to be within 50-mile radius of that doctor's office or whatever that you had your visitation at.
Is that from
at least that's how it is here in Florida?
Is that from when they had like the opioid
after
stuff?
C19.
Oh, C19. Oh shit.
Yes, it was from C19. So like and that's like I was telling them, I'm like, what about, because we have a lot of rural areas out here and shit. So I was like, that's kind of fucked.
Just got to grow your own.
Fucking Adderall?
Yeah, I think it's just an amphetamine. I think you can grow that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You just gotta go get amphetamine seeds. I think that's how it works.
California, I haven't had any issues. So
I've called 30. Like it. I called 30 plus pharmacies the other day, and there was not one that had it in stock. And another fucking bullshit is they will prioritize if you have health insurance versus paying out of pocket, which that's some fucking bullshit. So is it really a shortage? Is it really?
Oh, maybe that's why I can get it, because I pay out of pocket. Is Wesley Ryan opposition? Do you know?
No, I pay out of pocket as well. If you pay out of pocket, you don't get prioritized here.
Oh, the opposite.
Wesley is, I mean, he's following me, and I looked at his following list, and he's following all lefties, so I'm going to guess no.
I'm assuming you guys can't get it mailed to you, right, Amanda, in Florida? There's no way.
No.
Yeah.
America first, baby. Not in Florida. You don't do that mail shit.
That's right. No mail-in voting either. That's right. You guys are going to get rid of the post office. It's going to be privatized. It's just going to be drones.
I don't know if we believe in drones.
Only Jesus is flying in these skies. Southwest and Jesus.
Sorry about that.
Y'all just pray for me, please.
My bad.
What's up, dude?
I got a 5-month-old, and he just started wailing his head off.
Yeah, they do that.
So I needed to go.
You're good?
Yeah.
Been there, man.
I had to do a quick diaper change. Yeah, it was not fun.
We just had to do Admir's too, so it was good timing.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He change Admir.
He doesn't
Listen,
always
I'm
make
trying
it
to figure out what the hell I want to eat. I got options of spaghetti and meatballs, or
Did you eat that whole pizza?
I ate 7 slices, and then my youngest one was like, "Can I have the last one?" I was like, "Yeah, fine, whatever."
So now you're ordering spaghetti.
No, I'm gonna cook it real quick. What are you talking about?
Well, you do that. We'll continue. Go ahead. Welcome back.
Oh well, before you guys get going, Middle East. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but can you answer my question if you want to, please?
Do I condemn it?
Or condone it?
Do I condone it? Condemn it?
Yeah,
condone it?
Yeah, however you want to put it. Or actually,
Sure,
just give me
yeah, I
your
condone it.
thoughts. You know what I mean? You just give me your thoughts on it. Would you support if United States, if he came over to United States and they arrested him, which we're supposed to do? Would you support it?
No, I would not support that.
Why not?
Because the man's prosecuting a war, no different than any other leader would prosecute a war.
Okay, so you don't believe in The Hague then?
Do I believe in The Hague? I do. I think that the ICC specifically is pretty radical. I think the UN and the ICC in general are pretty anti-Israel.
What do you mean by radical when it comes to like declaring these war crimes? What would make them radical?
I would say that they hold Israel to a different standard that they hold other leaders to.
Like who would you give me an example of that they're not holding accountable that would rise to what Netanyahu's done?
Let me go look up with you right now.
But I'm trying to say, and I apologize, my dog's cut me off. What I'm trying to figure out is if we all can agree that The Hague is an international court, and we all agree with everybody else that they have prosecuted, and we say hoorah, hoorah. But now that Bibi Netanyahu has a warrant for alleged crimes, and I'll say alleged, why can't we give him the same due process that everybody else gets? What makes him so special?
I mean, I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, it's been so long since I've talked about the ICC warrants in general. I know there was some new news that came out with it, but haven't specifically looked into it.
I'm just thinking,
so far,
like,
I've seen a lot of information come out from the UN. Like right now, for example, Israel holds more human rights condemnations than any other country combined. To me, I think it shows bias.
There's always going to be somebody that has the most, and if
the chair of the Human Rights Council,
and if somebody is warlike, like, I mean, my whole life Israel's been attacking other countries like nonstop.
Attacking or getting attacked?
I mean, did they just drone? I mean,
defending themselves.
They've been Syria, Qatar, Iran.
Okay, they didn't attack Qatar specifically. They attacked Hamas leadership in Qatar.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Really?
Yeah, really. What, you think you could just go bomb?
America did it.
Yeah, America can. Yeah, we're pretty bad too. So is that what you're saying? Like, we're shitty, and so Israel
I think
can be
other
shitty?
countries do it all the time, and I think that some people hold different standards for different countries.
Well, you just said he hasn't been going into other countries. He's definitely going into other countries. He went into Syria. What about Iran? Why the fuck did they bomb Iran? Why'd we bomb Iran?
Why did they bomb Iran?
Yeah.
Iran had already attacked them.
They attacked first. Israel started
no,
that.
No.
Excuse me?
And the 12-day war, they started it. Yeah, they did a preemptive, but Iran had already attacked
What's a preempt? There's no
Not only
such thing
that,
as
they had been attacking them by
what?
way of proxy for quite some time.
And Israel's been attacking them by way of proxy for some time too. They've been doing that. But, like, who launched the missiles first?
No, Iran attacked Israel first.
No.
Since October 7th, Iran attacked Israel first, yes. Do you think that the 12-day war was the first attack or the first conflict in that 2 years between Iran and Israel?
No, each conflict is its own thing, right? Somebody starts a new conflict. If you guys haven't bombed each other for 8 months and then somebody bombs, it's not like, oh, we got to go back to whoever did it first, the very first time. Nobody thinks like that. You don't treat people like that in your real life.
Why did Israel decide to attack them in the 12-day war to begin with?
We have no idea. Why did they?
What do you mean you have no idea?
I have no idea.
Pretty evident.
What was it?
I think the IAEA confirmed it, right?
What did they do? Why'd they attack?
They were close to having a nuclear weapon.
So?
Within weeks.
Israel has nuclear weapons.
What do you mean so?
Israel has nuclear weapons. So does that means since Israel has them,
okay,
can't Iran?
Israel didn't sign on to the NPT, but Iran signed the NPT, right?
Oh, so Israel's the one that decides. So Israel's the one that punishes them if they break any agreements. Is that what it was in those agreements?
There's
Israel
a
gets
difference
to strike?
because Iran specifically chants death to Israel, talks about using nuclear weapons quite on a regular basis against Israel.
So you can do
Don't
that.
You think it'd probably be a good idea for them not to have it?
I think that if you are somebody who bombs somebody because they chant death to Israel, then I think, we shouldn't live in a world where your words get your country bombed.
Using nuclear weapons on Israel for quite some time.
Well, you could maybe give me some examples of that, but I don't think you could give me a single example that would say, yeah, we should murder some innocent people.
Excuse me, what?
What you're saying is that
they're threatening that they're saying if they get a hold of nuclear weapons that they're going to use them on your country. Don't you think you as the leader of that country, it would be your duty to
who said that though? By the way, who said that?
The Ayatollah. Maybe I had passed a president that said it as well.
Okay, when did he say that?
Hang on, let me pull it up for you. I keep pulling up different things for you, and then we move on pretty quickly.
I'm trying to look it up too for you. I'm seeing 2024, Kamal Karazi, an advisor to Iran's supreme leaders, publicly stated that if their existence was threatened, the country's nuclear doctrine would be reconsidered. I don't think that's probably not a threat there. I don't see. Do you know who gave this quote? What year this was?
Hang on, I gotta find it for you. Hold on.
Do you think it might have been a good idea to stay in the Iranian nuclear agreement that forced them to keep their enrichment below like 4% then, if we didn't want to worry about this?
They were already above it was the whole point. That's what Netanyahu brought up.
There's some evidence of that, but they were the evidence is
the IAEA saw it from the particles that were coming from.
Just let me finish. You don't even know what I
said.
said. You don't even know what I'm saying yet. How could you possibly be responding? There was some there were some people that said that they were somewhere around like 4 and 5%. Right? And so we just decided since there were reports that they were between like 4 and 5% enriched. And then that's when we left the nuclear agreement. And then what happened? Then they got it up to like 60%, right? So it had been at 3% for years, or between 3 and 5%. And then we got out of that and we stopped having oversight, and then they were at 60%.
I believe it was Austria's intelligence that specifically said that they had been enriching uranium. It never stopped since like, what was it, 2003?
No, they were enriching. It's the percentage
even after,
that they were at.
Even after. Well, no, that they were working towards a nuclear weapon ever since.
Well, what was the evidence?
2003.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, what evidence are they presenting there?
Their intelligence agency put it out there. I don't know.
Okay.
When they struck the facility that was hundreds of feet underground and required GBU-57 to hit it.
Oh, you're talking about No. Sorry, I'm talking about when we withdrew from the Iranian nuclear agreement. We're on a different timeline. I'm not talking about when we just bombed them. I'm talking about when we withdrew from the agreement.
That's why I brought up earlier in the conversation. Do you remember when I said how long does it take to reach nuclear grade uranium enrichment?
And I said I don't know.
Or weapons grade?
Yeah.
It takes a considerable amount of time.
Okay, so maybe we shouldn't have gotten out of that agreement, so we had oversight.
They were constantly working towards it.
Yeah, but
Are you familiar with like Stuxnet?
They were at like 5%.
they were at 5% based off of what? What did that agreement specifically say?
I think it had to get
what facilities did they have access to?
I think they had to be. I don't know.
Specific.
I don't know all the facilities. We could look it up, but I think they had to be between like three. I think they had to be under 3.6%. I think.
So, what facilities did they specifically have access to?
I just said I don't know. We'd have to pull that up.
I believe it was like the three listed ones, right? They couldn't go and just look and inspect any other facility they expected.
I don't know,
right?
but it stayed steady for the entirety of that agreement. And the second we got it out of that agreement, it went to 60%. Somebody's saying that we found 83.7%. I don't know if that's true or not, but like it was stable. And then when we got out, it was unstable. And so naturally now Israel gets to bomb you because you're trying to have exactly what Israel has. They can have nukes, but you can't. Why? Because they say mean things. Does Israel say mean things? No, we never say mean things. And even if Israel doesn't say mean things, they attack people a lot. They drag our ass into war all the time. They're the worst friend.
How are they the worst friend?
Because they drag us into war all the time.
What wars did they drag us into?
Iraq.
How did they drag us into Iraq specifically? You're talking about Netanyahu testifying in front of Congress?
Yeah, it's not just testifying in front of Congress. It's the years leading up to that. It's Desert Storm. It's the celebration that we're going to be able to go after Iraq now. It's the constant prodding. It's the constant telling us, oh, if you get rid of Saddam Hussein, there will be peace in the Middle East. He keeps telling us things to do, and if we do them, we'll have peace in the Middle East. And then it just keeps getting not peaceful.
So do you mean Netanyahu and not Israel then, or what?
Sure, the leadership of Israel, yeah. And Netanyahu's not out there fighting the wars.
Well, Netanyahu was the one that came and testified in front of Congress. He wasn't the prime minister at the time.
I understand that,
when he did it.
I understand that, but we took his word as
and we
bond.
Had intelligence from German intelligence from codename Curveball, and then the UK had it from the Dodgy Dossier.
Yeah, they were all bad. I'm not saying it's just. I didn't say it was just Netanyahu.
So we have multiple intelligence agencies that are expecting something, but there's one intelligence agency that said the big threat was Iran and not Iraq.
The last I looked,
don't you think that's interesting?
No, because
how many U.S. soldiers got unalived by Iranians?
I went through this, and most of our intelligence that we were citing at that time was Israeli intelligence.
Well, they got the intelligence from Israel. It doesn't change the fact.
Well, then when you say our
was Iran, and that's where they should be focusing.
No, what I'm addressing is you said like our intelligence and their intelligence. It was the same intelligence, and I don't know. What'd you say? Did you say Austria? I don't remember what other country you said had intelligence.
Yeah,
like
I brought up.
Was theirs based
Austria.
on Israeli intelligence too? I don't even know.
Austria's was not.
Okay.
The CIA, with most of their intelligence for the Middle East. They rely pretty heavily on Mossad.
They were wrong about everything. They didn't find the weapons of mass destruction. I understand they found what
they did find weapons.
No, they found the components of weapons of mass destruction. They didn't find weapons of mass destruction.
Are chemical weapons?
We also were told. We also thought we went in there and we said,
"Wait, hold on."
We went in there.
Backtrack.
No, hold on 1 second. We went in there and we said we're going to do this regime change war and it's going to bring peace in the Middle East, and it did the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what Netanyahu said. That's not what. Mossad specifically said.
I'm not talking about Mossad.
Who is the intelligence apparatus of Israel that would be giving the information to our intelligence community?
I'm saying through Netanyahu's the one that said it. Was
he the prime
to
minister
Netanyahu. No.
Was he the prime minister at the time? No. He sold the idea of the war per the Bush administration to Congress. He was asked to do it, right? Don't bite the hand that feeds. Pretty small country, size of New Jersey.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do? He's going to come and sell the war, right?
Well, maybe. Or maybe he has them. Maybe he has more influence than you think he does.
Did the prime minister of Israel
selling
come
him
and
short.
sell the war?
Well, I think he has way more.
Did the prime minister of Israel come to the United States and sell the war, or was it Netanyahu?
It was Netanyahu.
Okay, it was Netanyahu.
Isn't that interesting?
Not the prime minister.
Yeah, I wonder why it was
not the prime minister.
Why was it Netanyahu?
Why do you think it was Netanyahu?
I think because Netanyahu has basically been viewed there as either a shadow leader or running a shadow government or somebody that the United States wanted to prop up so that they can continue these pointless regime change wars. I think that they've cozied up next to each other and done unimaginable damage all throughout the Middle East because we're not the good guys, and either is Israel. And it's probably time we come face to face with that. I think the reason that Americans tend to be Zionists is because we're not very good at accountability. We're not very good at acknowledging that we are the terror. We are the ones destabilizing the world. We're the ones that interfere the most with other people's elections and other people's governments. We are the reason.
What does that have to do with Zionism, though?
I think that's why I think that's why Netanyahu and the Zionists with him go hand in hand. Because you guys believe that you are for some reason chosen, and when you wind up when you have that type of belief, it's a lot easier to justify. It's a lot easier to justify.
Chosen for what?
That's literally that's literally what they say. Like, this is our
That's
land.
what
We are
Christian
the chosen people.
evangelicals refer to us as chosen.
Sure, maybe
people.
I'm not using the
in,
verbiage that you would
in
prefer.
Judaism, chosen specifically means that we've chosen to follow the mitzvot.
What would you
the
call
commandments?
Then? What gives you the
and,
right?
And
what
to
gives
take
you the
on
right
all of
to
the
homeland?
responsibilities and oppression that comes with being a Jewish person.
What would you call your right to that homeland there?
Indigeneity. It's where we had our ethnogenesis.
Yeah, but
that's why that a Jewish person in Russia or a Jewish person in America or a Jewish person throughout the world can read Hebrew, right? Can read the Torah.
No, but that's not the question I'm asking. But that's not the question
I'm trying to explain it to you.
No, I don't.
Go ahead.
I think maybe I didn't ask the right question. What I'm calling is like chosen. You're saying that the Jewish people believe.
I already answered that one for you. I don't know if you listened to me on that.
I did. I said chosen, and you said they wouldn't, like Jewish people wouldn't say that. And I would say, what would you say it is that gives you the right to that land? And you said, I think you something about.
Well, you're associating chosen with that land, and that's not where.
No, I'm asking you how you guys would say it. How you would claim your right to that land.
I just told you we would do it through indigeneity, our ethnogenesis, our language, our tradition, our customs. I think a lot of people make the mistake that we are a religion.
Why do you have that right?
We have a religious component. I'm trying to explain it to you. You keep interrupting me.
No, I want to know why you think you have that right. Why does indigeneity matter?
To that land?
Yeah.
Why does indigeneity matter?
Mm-hmm.
Where we had our ethnogenesis. I mean, we were taken out of that land in bondage, right? By the Romans, by the Greek. There's a bunch of us that actually stayed there. There was a bunch of us that were in other countries that, when we were exiled from the land specifically, that were forced out of all of those countries, right?
Okay, so because of that,
no
you feel
Jews in any other countries around there,
so
right?
Because of that, you feel like you have a right to that land, right? God-given right, maybe you'd call it?
We have a right to the land because that's where we originated.
Right.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm asking.
Does Native Americans, do they have the right to the land that they live on? Do Native Canadians have the right? The Métis people specifically?
I hate to
do they have a right to the area that they live on?
I hate to tell you this though. See, the natives, they kind of ran into a similar problem here in America. Even though they were here first, a bunch of colonizers were like, "Get the fuck out," and moved them.
Okay. And now we're back in Israel and we've taken the land because
when I look at Israel, I see a lot of people who are from America. A lot of people from America. A lot of people from
America.
A lot of people from Europe. Huh. A lot of people that were born and raised in America.
That's weird.
Yeah.
A lot of people. How many would you say are Mizrahi?
I don't know.
Would you say
I don't
it's
even
the
know
majority
the
of Israelis?
I have no idea.
Well, I would say that the majority of Jews that live in Israel are brown-skinned Mizrahi Jews.
Yeah, but do they have that right
are
too?
from that area specifically.
But do they have that right
Some
too?
that
Like
never
if you're
left.
born, like if your genetics trace back to, let's say, like Ukraine, do you have a claim as well?
It's completely different.
I'm just asking.
We're talking
These are
about
just questions,
ethnogenesis. This is the birthplace.
I know. I'm asking you
the
questions.
cradle from which we all come from.
Brother, we're not arguing right now. I'm asking you questions. Would you have that
My
same
genetics
claim?
could trace back to Ukraine, but it doesn't mean that I'm an ethnicity, that I'm or an ethno-religion.
So your religion,
it would mean that I'm...
It's the religion that ties back to the roots of your religion? That's what gives you the right?
Let me ask you a question. What makes Arabs indigenous to the Hijaz? What is their claim?
I don't know.
Well, it would be their
Why are
language,
you not? Why are you asking me questions instead of?
customs.
Why are you asking me questions instead of
I'm
answering?
trying to answer your question, but you kept interrupting me.
No,
when
you
I was
asked me a
trying to answer
question.
you, so
No, you just asked me a question.
Oh, okay. You said you don't know, and I was answering you because you said you don't know.
No, I'm asking you if people that their heritage is from Ukraine, do they have that same
Okay.
claim? Is it based on the origins of the religion? What if you're
It's not just the religion. That's what I was just trying to explain to you, but you kept cutting me off. I tried to explain it with Israel specifically. You cut me off there. Tried to explain it to Arabs and the Hijaz specifically.
Yeah, maybe just answer the question
right?
without a question would be good.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so it would be their language, their customs, their religion, and maintaining all of these different things. There's 5 different aspects of
But I could do all of that. So if I do all that,
you could just create that. You could create all that out of nothing.
I could do all those things. I could learn the language. I could follow the customs. I could do all of that. So then, do I have a claim?
Well, do you think you can just convert to Judaism overnight? This isn't.
No, I didn't say
Islam,
it was. No, I didn't say it was overnight.
And convert in 30 seconds.
No, I didn't say it took 30 seconds, but I could do it. Right? It could take my time.
What's your point?
I'm just wondering. I'm asking you if then I would have a claim to that land.
It's no difference than native people that would
okay, well then I'd say that's fucking
tribe. Most people get rejected from Judaism.
Then I'd say that's a really fucking stupid reason to claim that you have rights to that land. I think that's silly. I think the fact that you can't even really explain it in a way that makes a lot of sense is why I think this whole thing is silly. We're arguing over whose book is more true. Can't even prove if either of those books are true.
If you don't want to go off
and
it
people
based
are
off
dying.
of that point, if you don't want to go off it based off of that point, we've been there since 1948. So at what point
How long have the Palestinians
everybody
been there?
stop attacking us?
How long have the Palestinians been there?
Well, that's an interesting question.
And when did you guys stop?
They started migrating at the
attacking
exact
them?
same time. Well, is a Palestinian an ethnicity? Where do they come from?
No, just the people that were there in Palestine.
Is it weird that the last
just the
name,
people that
the
were
most
there
common,
in Palestine? No. The people that were there.
How many people
the
were
people
there?
I don't know, but the people that were there.
You don't know?
No, they don't have a claim to that land, correct?
No, they came in at the same time as the Jewish
there were
people.
No, there was nobody living there until 1948.
It
was just empty. No people.
Nobody wanted to live there. There was
0 people there.
Marshland. There was. I'm not saying there was 0. There were some people there.
Well, then I'm asking about
people the opportunity to live along with us.
I'm asking about however many people were there. Why didn't they have the claim to that land?
What do you mean? The Ottoman Empire had the claim to the land.
Okay, so then,
right?
But then in
the Ottoman
in the 40s
Empire
now,
fell, right?
Wait, but I thought you guys had the claim the whole time. How did they have the claim to it?
We did. There were still Jews living there. And there were Jews making Aliyah there.
So did they?
Specifically,
they
you can go
land.
back all the way to Abraham Lincoln, for example, is another.
So it was a
example
Jewish
of
state.
it.
So it was a Jewish state back then, is what you're saying.
Holy fuck! There was no Jewish state there.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a state there.
Okay.
States didn't exist there.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. So where? So this right
didn't exist.
This right
they,
that
they
you guys
broke it out to make states, right?
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, where?
How much of
the
British mandate for Palestine did we actually
curiosity,
get? I'm just curious.
Just out of curiosity, which part of the Torah says that you guys get to have a Jewish state on that land?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm not a religious Jew.
Oh, you're just yeah. There's no fucking way. We just went down this whole thing. And at the end of it, you're just like, I don't fucking know. I just fucking hate Palestinians. I don't even have any religious argument here.
Well, that's an interesting. It's not religious. I just got done explaining that to you. We're a tribe of people. We have a religious aspect to the tribe.
That's what I said.
Do you not understand that? You just literally
how
said,
can you say there's a religious aspect to it and it's not religious? How can it be both of those things?
To the Torah? Hold on a second.
How can it be both of those things?
Why would I need to point to the Torah?
Because that's where you're getting understand. Because you're saying there's a religious aspect to it, right? So part of the reasoning that you have
there's a religious aspect to Judaism, but there's no religious aspect. I don't look at the religious aspect or anything
you
that
said
says
there was
in
an
the
aspect to it.
Can I finish my fucking sentence or no?
I'm confused. No, because you keep saying there's
you
not,
keep
but
cutting
then you say
me off
that there is.
You don't have the patience
go ahead.
to listen. Listen, brother, I get it. I have ADD too. What I would tell you is specifically that Jewish people, there is a religious aspect to it. There's a religion that you can practice, but there are other things in Judaism that make you specifically Jewish, that makes you part of a tribe.
Yeah,
There
but you
is
just
a
said,
language.
but you just
There
said I
is-
could convert to
There
it.
is customs, traditions.
You know, I could do all that.
You can convert to the religion of Judaism.
And I could do all the
yes.
customs. So then do I have a claim
And you
to the
can be
land?
accepted. You can be accepted into the tribe as well.
And then I get a claim to the land.
Do you think you just
Is this a
become
club?
Jewish and you get land there?
No, you said that. You said that. You said that their claim to the land is based on not only a religious aspect, but also like the culture and the language. Like you said, I'm just using.
No, I
what
told you
said.
what indigeneity. I gave you an example of the things that make up indigeneity. A
And then
unique relationship with the creator, right? Which would be a religious aspect. That's one aspect of it. There's 5 different aspects to it.
And one of
right?
them's religious.
One of them is religious.
Okay, great. So what other things would I need to do
It's a
to get
relationship with a creator, right?
So could I, if I converted
a
to
unique
Judaism,
language.
could I, if I converted and I did all those things that you said, do I have a claim to the land?
No, that's not how it works. You don't just get, you don't become Jewish and then all of a sudden get a claim. You don't get, here, you know what? You converted to Judaism. Now you get, 10 dunhams and
no, I'm not saying
Israel.
that. I'm
That's
saying
not
in
how
the
that
same
works.
in the same
Then
way.
what
No,
are
I'm
you
saying the same way that the Israelis feel like they have claim to that land. I'm not saying like you give me a parcel. I'm saying like now that I've converted, do I also get to have a claim to that land just like the Israelis? I moved there. I get citizenship there. I do all the cultural stuff. I do everything it takes to become an Israeli citizen. Now, do I have the same claim that they do?
Did we get there? I'm setting aside because this is going over your head entirely. And
I don't think that's what's happening right now.
And you're not getting it. No, it's definitely.
It's pretty yes or no, right? Do I have a claim at that point?
No, you don't have a claim.
Okay,
to
so
the
what's the
land.
difference between?
You don't just get a convert. I just explained that to you like a dozen times.
Why not?
You get accepted in the tribe. It doesn't give you a claim to Israel. You are welcome there. You can eventually make aliyah and move there, but it doesn't give you a specific right.
Yeah, so I make
aliyah.
I move there. Now, do I have the same? Like again, because the Israelis are saying it's our land. Now, can I say the same thing they are? Like this is my land. This is for me. It's for me and my people. Can I say that now?
Well, again, you have Druze people that live there. You have Assyrian people that live there. You have other different minority groups that are from that region that also have a claim to that land, and they all happen to get along with Israel and be a part of it and accept it and understand their claims to the land.
It feels like you're going out of your way not to answer my question.
There. No, hold on. I'm trying to explain it to you.
No, you're not, because all I'm asking is once I no, you don't.
I just told you no.
No.
I just told you no, like
Why
multiple
not?
times.
What's the difference?
Because you don't just automatically get it. I couldn't just pick up and move to Israel tomorrow.
I know.
I can try to make Ali.
We covered this. I go through all the fucking steps. Let's say it takes me 15 fucking years. 15 fucking years later, however long it takes, I've gone through all the steps. I'm doing all the cultural stuff. I live there. Now I live there. I've accepted everything. Everybody's agreed, whatever the standard is to be converted and to be a citizen of Israel. I've converted. I'm a citizen of Israel. I'm not part of one of those other minority religions. It's me and you. We have the exact same beliefs, and I live there, and I'm a citizen. Do I now have the same claim that you have to that land? Like it's ours to get, like now I'm in the club.
You get to live there if you want. If you decide to move there and make aliyah, you still have to go through all of the same immigration, all of the same different steps that you have to go to any other country.
After all of that, I do all the steps.
After all of that, what?
I do all the steps that I'm a citizen. I'm full. I don't know how the process works, but I'm full, like however Jewish you can be by converting to Judaism. I'm all the way there, and I live there, and I'm keeping all the laws. Do I then have the same claim to the land as the other Israelis who have done the same thing I did? Jumped through all the hoops, joined the religion, following all, whatever rules you need. I'm doing all the things that everybody else
than anybody. Now, I think you're like trying to oversimplify this.
I'm not asking if I have more claim than them. I'm asking you if I have the same claim that they have, that this is our land. It's ours collectively, the Jewish people.
So you're a part of a tribe. Yeah.
In that case,
you get to be there. Yeah.
Do I have the same claim?
There. You get to move there just like anybody else that's from that area.
Claim that they do.
Do you think that I think that
I
there's
feel like
less
you
of a
could just
claim for
answer the
Arabs
question.
or no?
I don't know why
I just
you're.
answered you multiple times. I just said.
I think you don't want to
that
answer it. I think you don't want to say
I just
yes
said
because
yes
you know
multiple. I just
okay,
said
well then
yes
that's fucking
multiple
silly.
times. Yeah.
Then that's the silliest fucking thing that you guys have a club
Why is
that you
that-
can
why
charge
is that
membership.
silly?
You can go through hazing.
That's-
You guys are nothing more than like any other cult. You're going to go through the process. We got to teach you everything. We got to indoctrinate you.
I'm
you
just
have to
curious,
accept.
did the
You have to
Druze
accept
people
all of
not
our
have a
rules.
claim to the land
Then
there?
you can come here,
Did the
and then
Druze
you get
people
to
not have a
claim.
claim?
Then you get this religious claim. So I could just lie about the whole thing. I could just fake it, and
I
then
have
I could
no
go over
idea
there
how
and be a
arrogant you sound
Zionist.
right now, but go on. Yeah, go on.
I could fake all of that.
Keep saying that because
was the
it's
end of it.
interesting because that just definitely infringes on any other indigenous people's claims because it's the same fucking thing.
What?
To anybody else, any other indigenous person, any other minority around the world that has an indigenous claim to a land, you are basically shitting on
I don't think
that
you
with
have
what
an
you're saying
indigenous
right now,
claim
and
to
you're
that
not
land.
kidding.
I think you make that up. You just made
Based
it's
off
from
of
your book.
what?
That's why I asked from your Torah. Because
How
the
is it?
fact
How it's
you
just from the
saying you have
Torah?
an indigenous
Hold
claim
on.
to that land is just according to your book. That's it.
It's just according to our book?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's no
Egypt
there's
never
no
talked about
inherent
us?
claim to the land.
Wait, hold on. Egypt never talked about the Jewish people there? We didn't have any other cultures talking about
Of course,
us
that's
having
not
a
what I'm
presence in
saying.
that land?
Of course, that's not what I'm saying.
So then why are you saying I'm solely basing it off my book? Again, I told you that I'm not
So
religious.
your
I think
claim
there's
to
other
that
claims
land is
to it.
based off the book.
We have
No, your claim.
archaeological evidence. No, it's not.
No, you have
My claim is not
archaeological
based off
evidence that you lived there. There's no evidence that says it's yours. There's evidence
That's where
that
we
you
had
got
our
that.
ethnogenesis. That is the birthplace of Judaism. What are you talking about? The Jewish people were born on that land.
That doesn't guarantee you the right to own that land.
I'm sorry, sir. What is Judeo-Samaria? It's like kind of like our names on it. It's weird.
That doesn't give you the right to own the land. It doesn't give you the right
Holy
to run
fuck,
other
dude.
people off that have lived there. It doesn't give you the right to allow people to immigrate and take up your religion and then get the same exact rights. If it's birthright, it's birthright. You'd have a good argument if ethnically this made sense. If you didn't allow people to convert and come there and share the same benefits, you'd have probably a better argument. But that's not what you have. You have this collective of people from all around the world with all different genetics, and they've all either converted or they were raised in this church, and they've just decided like, oh, people that shared my belief system,
look at their DNA testing
people
for
that
Jewish people, and you will see that they're
people
from
that
there.
not everybody.
Been on this monologue for
Not
like a hot
everybody.
minute, but okay, go ahead.
Not everybody's roots trace back there, do they?
Not everybody. It's
Not every-
like the small minority of people that have converted.
Okay, that's the
Wouldn't
point. If
trace
you can
back there
convert,
necessarily.
yeah, if you can
But the
convert
vast
to it,
majority of
if you
Jews-
can convert
holy
to it,
fuck.
wait, hold on. If you can convert to it, it ruins your fucking argument that you get it because of birthright. You can't be adopted into birthright that way through a religion.
How many people do you think are converting to Judaism?
I don't know, significant over time, significant amount of people.
No,
But it's
they're
a
not. We
silly
don't
loophole.
We don't.
If you keep
it's-
our rules, you get
holy
our
fuck.
birthright with us.
I would love to actually engage with you in the conversation, but you just keep stammering on over me. So it's all good.
You're doing
You
the
can
same thing.
Sit
bud.
there, keep doing your
You're
thing.
doing the same thing.
Oh
bud.
no, I'm trying to explain things to you, and every time I do, you interrupt me.
No,
But
because you
that's
go
okay.
off topic, and I'm trying to ask you questions. The point is, like, the conversation's over because you just admitted that you can be adopted into it. You can convert into it. So if you can convert into it, then there is no birthright. It's the opposite of a birthright.
This isn't a religious conversion. This isn't something that is easy to do. You get rejected. Most people on average that try to convert to Judaism, which is a very small number of people.
Brother, it doesn't matter if it's
small
one.
number of people.
My argument makes sense if it's one person. It's the same argument whether it's 1 people, 100 people,
Bro,
10,000 people. Yes, it ruins your
I
argument.
can't tell if you're serious right now.
If it's birthright and you bring somebody in who doesn't have birthright and then you give them that birthright because they accept your teachings and your culture, then no, it's no longer birthright. So no matter how many people it is, over 1, you've lost the argument that it's birthright.
So you're making that argument for every indigenous person around the world.
What?
You are making the same argument for every indigenous person around the
No,
world.
I'm making the argument that I can't convert.
You're arguing
like,
against
so
decolonization.
let me give you an
first
example
of all,
here
which
in the
is
United
incredible.
States. I can't convert to like where I live. We have Navajo land, just that way, and there's Navajo Casino, and obviously I think there's two of them. Might not be Navajo. I don't remember, but they have casinos, right? And they share in that revenue. I can't just convert to their belief system and share.
You can be adopted into their tribe. Yes, you can.
I cannot get the benefits, though, of my family members can. But I can't just convert and then go over there and be like, hey, guys, I share your beliefs now. Send me that check. Because it's about lineage there, right? It's about the land that they had and the mistreatment. So, of course, you can't say we were mistreated, we lost our land, and you're like, and also I'm going to bring my friend over here. His family wasn't here, but you got to get, it's his too.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, holy fuck.
I'm just curious, are Christians allowed to move to Israel? Do they have the same rights?
They wouldn't have the same claim that it's, I mean, some of them would say that it's their land too, which is kind of confusing.
What claim? I mean, like, that's what I'm confused on right now. So you have Christians that immigrate there. You have Muslims that immigrate there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little flabbergasted.
I know,
right now.
I know. And then you guys, and now you guys are doing a genocide because you think you have birthright and you have a claim, and it's the same claim that they have. But for some reason, you think your claim is better.
Something else. But how many of that 69,000? How many of them are civilians? How many of them are Hamas?
I don't know what the breakdown is. I can't remember.
You don't know. So how do you know they're committing a genocide?
I don't think that number is what makes them committed genocide. I think, isn't it like 24,000 confirmed? Might be less than that. I don't remember. I can look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Only just gonna make confirmed. Me look it up? Yeah. Just go ahead. Look it up.
Do you know?
I want to watch you do the work.
You don't know.
Go ahead. Look it up.
Just be honest right now. Be honest. You don't know. It's okay. I didn't know, and I admitted it, and I Googled it. Now you just admit you don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to get you to
20,
look it up
000.
because I don't think anybody knows the official number.
20,000 according to the
Gaza
IDF.
Ministry of Health says.
Okay, well, if we want to use the IDF,
20,000 is what the IDF has been able to confirm.
Out of 67,000.
Can I finish my sentence, please?
Sure. Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah. So, if they're saying 20,000 confirmed. Just like you did the same thing with the casualties, with the amount of unalive. Some people say
it's not confirmed. It's estimated.
Exactly. They've confirmed. Hold on.
The 22,000.
What they've been able to confirm.
No.
Okay, so you're saying it's an estimate.
That's what they said. They said they estimate 22,000.
Exactly. So it could probably be a lot more than that, right?
You were just going to argue that it was confirmed. You just were about to do it again.
Look, no, I wasn't going to argue that it was confirmed. Hold on a second. That's not what I was saying. So don't put words in my mouth. I was saying that confirmed means that's what they were able to confirm off of who they suspected to be a Hamas fighter. That's what they've been able to check within their records for.
So you were not going to say that? They were going to confirm that that's
was literally what I was going to say.
They were confirming that they suspected it? Come on,
dude.
This is not good faith.
Be genuine.
I don't think you're being genuine on this. But again, let's go back.
You just cut me off mid-sentence.
You cut
me off mid-sentence while I was saying it. So how do you know what I was going to say? That's what I was saying. You cut me off.
Sorry about that.
That's weird, dude.
Sorry.
You keep doing it too. For every argument I try to explain to you.
I know.
You ask me a question and then midway through you start to shift the question.
Well, because you don't answer them. You just keep asking.
Then you complain about like Millie steam.
I'm not complaining about Millie.
No, I take my time.
You're just spiraling. Okay. Do you want to whine some more?
No, I'm not spiraling. I'm sitting here with a calm voice. I don't think I've raised my voice once at you.
So, real quick, once again, I can convert, and then I can have the same claim that those people there have, right?
No, you can't.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because you can't just convert into Judaism. You have to be accepted into.
I know. I got accepted and I converted. Right? I did the whole process.
Yeah.
I did the whole thing. Everybody
you make
accepted
Aliyah, and the country allows you to move there, right? They allow you to move.
Now it's done.
Everybody allows you to move. It doesn't have to do anything to do with converting to Judaism. That's the point I'm trying to get across to you.
Okay, but the claim to the land does, right? The claim to the land has to do with Judaism.
We have a religious claim to the land. We also have an indigenous claim to the land.
But see,
but it has nothing to do with being
but
accepted
hold on.
into it. And
That's
it's
why
an
I'm asking.
oversimplification.
That's why I'm asking.
Because you can be adopted into a Native American tribe. You can be adopted into an Aboriginal tribe. You can be adopted into various tribes around the world that have indigenous claims.
As an adult?
And right now, you are arguing against that.
You can't be adopted as an
Yes,
adult.
you can. You can be adopted into a tribe as an adult. Yes, you can.
How?
You meet with the elders. They welcome
You can't
into
be
the tribe.
This is
You
America. You
absolutely
can't be adopted as an adult.
Not adopted as if you're like getting adopted into a family. I'm talking about into a tribe. Like into a tribe. You're accepted into
The reason you get adopted is because you get the legal rights. Yes, you can be welcomed into the tribe. Yes, they can put you there, but you do not all of a sudden get the benefits attached to their lineage. Just because they let you in, you can marry into that family, that doesn't mean that you get the benefits. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, you're saying that
for me, get the benefits?
real quick.
Do your
So
children
let me
get the
just explain
benefits?
this. For me, I have no lineage that would give me rights to Israel. No lineage at all that takes me back there. I've done my ancestry. I've got nothing. So knowing that I don't have that right from ancestry, that's why I was asking, okay, since I don't have it that way, if I convert and I'm accepted and everybody's like, yay, you're here, you're one of us now, and I participate in the religious customs because I don't have rights there by birthright. The only way I could get rights is through religious customs, which a lot of, I don't know the number, but there are a significant amount of people that live there that their lineage also can't be traced back there, and their claim to the land is through their religion. That's why I was asking. So if I join the religion and everybody accepts me, do I get the same claim that they get when they have immigrated there too and they have no genetic claim to that land?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't like work like it's like this is the problem that's so frustrating with this conversation with you right now, because you're trying to conflate being Jewish or being a part of the tribe, getting into a club is automatically you get to live in Israel or you are automatically have a claim to the land. That's not how
no,
it
you're
is.
lying. That is not what I'm saying. There's no fucking chance you think that's what I'm saying. There is no fucking chance that you still think.
Then what are you saying?
Okay, I got to say, this is about the 10th time. I am telling you, I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's like super easy to do any of this. I'm saying it's difficult to become a citizen there. It's difficult to convert. Just a hypothetical that I want to join the religion, and I do, and everyone accepts me. Once again, I am not saying that it is easy to convert. I'm not saying you can do it on a whim. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying if I do it and I really mean it, I really fucking mean it, don't I have the same claim to everybody else there in Israel that doesn't have their lineage tracing back there? And they're claiming that as a birthright. So would I get to claim it as a birthright because I, like them, have no lineage going back to Israel? That's the question. Would I have the same claim that those people have that have no lineage but live in Israel and claim it due to their religion?
How many people in Israel are claiming due to religion? That's where I'm confused on what you're saying.
Anybody saying that they have rights to that land and they don't have lineage, like you're saying, then their claim to that land is only based on their religion because they don't have any ties there, right?
They don't. Just like anybody immigrating to the United States doesn't have any tie there.
Right. So the people in Israel who feel like that land is theirs, but they don't have ties, would I be just like them?
How many people live there that don't have ties?
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, or 20,000. If there's one, it still makes the point.
And so somehow that fucks it up for everybody else. I'm trying to get where you're going with this.
Don't ask where I'm going. Just answer the questions I'm asking you. Stop trying to it's not a game.
I already did.
You still haven't answered it. I don't get it. You say no. You said no. I wouldn't have a claim. So now what's different for me than somebody else who's maybe lived in Israel for 30 years, but their lineage isn't from Israel? And they're saying that we get to go after these folks, or we get to go and take this land because it's ours by birthright. How would I be any different than that person?
How would you be different?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I don't know. You wouldn't be.
Exactly. That's why it's
point
stupid.
Is what though?
I think it's
like,
stupid that we allow.
What does this arrive?
I think it's stupid that we allow one country and one country only to just decide, like, hey, this is ours based on this book. And then for some reason, the United States has been like, you guys can fuck. You guys can fuck around. No, it is because it's based on multiple things, and the only thing that ties it all together is the religion. The religion's the part that ties all of these people together because they're obviously not from the same place. There wouldn't be there would be no tie together if they didn't share the religion because they wouldn't have gone to Israel to escape persecution. Because they would have been the religion that was probably persecuting, so they wouldn't be there.
Holy shit! This is so infuriating.
I bet.
Again, I just explained to you.
It's tough being in a cult.
I was in one. I just explained to you the 5 things that make you indigenous to an area. If you remove the religion from it, we would still have the same claim to the land. That's what I'm trying to get to you.
Because why?
It's so weird that you can't accept that.
Why would you still have a claim to the land?
Let's separate out our unique relationship with the Creator. Let's take that out for a second. Yeah, let's put it down to the 4. We still have the other 4. We still have the other 4.
Right.
We have unique language. We have customs, traditions. We have everything else that we have that ties us to the land, right?
And I could do all of those. I could do all 4 of those by converting. So there now I've filled out all 4, but I don't fill out the 5th, just like a bunch of other people in Israel who fill out 4, but not 5. But they claim they have they say they have a claim to this land. I'm just wondering if I fill out the same requirements that they do I also get to claim it's the land? I don't know how you're missing this. I'm saying I'm them. All these claims. The only claim that I don't have is lineage, but they don't have that either, and they claim it's theirs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit. Right. What
just
would
curious.
Be different? What would be different?
I'm just curious. What's the Palestinian claim to the land?
I'm not making.
What ties them to the land?
I don't think anybody has claims to that land in that way.
So they don't.
I'm not arguing for that. I'm just wondering about your side. Why do you want to talk about Palestine all of a sudden?
I'm trying to ask you because somehow you think we're committing a genocide, that we're in the wrong.
Oh,
so I'm just curious. What do you think puts us in the wrong?
Stop fucking bombing. Stop bombing hospitals. Stop carpet bombing cities. Don't snipe kids.
Well, maybe they shouldn't put their terrorist tunnels underneath hospitals.
You've never showed any evidence that there are tunnels under there. Never.
Really? Okay.
Really? Where is it? Show me the evidence that Hamas was hiding under a single one of these hospitals. Not that there's tunnels, but that Hamas was under them. You don't know that one off the top of your head?
Well, yeah, Mohammed Sinwar was specifically found in a European hospital. So I'm trying to pull up the picture of that one for you. Give me a second.
Who? Anwari?
Mohammed Sinwar.
Sinwar. Oh,
he was unalived underneath the European hospital.
Where? In the Gaza Strip?
Yes. Literally the article, inside the tunnel underneath Gaza hospital where Hamas commander allegedly met his death.
Where was he? What was he doing at the hospital? Do we know?
He was pulled out of a tunnel underneath it.
Wait, this wasn't a bombing? Wait, this wasn't a bombing.
He was underneath the hospital.
I asked you about the hospitals that had been bombed.
You wanted proof that they're operating underneath there? Why do you think
shouldn't there be
dead
hospitals? Bodies? Should there be dead bodies under there that they killed?
They've gone in and showed videos of them walking through the hospitals, specifically going underground into the tunnels. Like, do you want me to find a video of that too for you?
Where's the where were those dead bodies under that were in these tunnels under the hospitals?
Well, I just gave you Mohammed
That
Sinwar.
wasn't a bombing. I said when they bomb hospitals, the reason that they bomb these hospitals is they say, sorry, we had to kill all those sick people, but there was Hamas under there, and we never find Hamas under there. So we just kill all these people. By the way, I'd just like to point out, don't bomb hospitals. Doesn't matter if your enemy's under there. How about that? I think you're a sick fuck if you do that.
Or end them. So what do? We just like if somebody's attacking from a hospital, they're going in and out of the hospital before, after, during attacks. We should just tag you're it.
Well,
this is the safe space.
Well, if that's what had happened,
there.
if you guys got in a
Is that what?
Yeah, if you got in a gunfight there, you might have a better argument, but you didn't get in a gunfight. You just bombed it. So yeah, you weren't under attack from the hospital. In fact, one of the justifications they used on the hospital, they double tapped. Their justification was there was a camera. So we had to bomb it because there was a camera there.
What was the camera pointed at?
The road. It was, I want to say, it was a media camera. Somebody claimed it. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Reuters, maybe. So they blew up a hospital, and then when the rescuers went in to get the people, see if there were any people left, they bombed it again. They double tapped it, all because Reuters had a camera up there. Now, even if that was, let's say that was a Hamas camera. If there's a Hamas camera, does that mean that you should just murder a bunch of people that are in a hospital? Because there was a Hamas camera there?
I don't know if they were targeting soldiers.
They weren't. What they said is they saw a camera
pointed at
the road. They've actually apologized for this. I don't know why you're defending it. I don't know if you have been following
I'm not defending it at all. I don't think you've heard me say that I was for or against it.
Well, why are you asking where the camera points? Why does it matter?
The double tap was ridiculous.
Why does it matter where the camera's pointed?
I'm saying that the initial attack probably was justified. I'm saying the follow-up attack, the double tap, was wrong.
So bombing the hospital
and Israel
was
apologized
justified
specifically for the double tap, right?
I think both, because it came out that it was a camera. Yeah, you think it's justified to bomb a hospital because you saw a camera?
What do you mean? Like
they said
in
Iraq,
saw
for a camera. It's a Hamas camera. Bomb it. They bombed it. Then rescuers came in. They bombed it again. I'm saying every step of that is bad. You're saying only the double tap is bad.
If they're using it in a military way to give up troop
they didn't claim that they did
that. Camera that's pointing up there.
You're adding things that didn't happen.
We're going on a bunch of different things.
No, this is, well, you can look this up or not.
Address who I'm looking this other one.
I'm telling you that didn't happen. So why are you? See, isn't it weird that your default position is just
defend
Israel no matter
so far
what?
During this conversation,
Isn't that weird?
Like, you've asked me. I've gone to look up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And in the process of me trying to find the information that we were talking about, you have moved on to different subjects multiple times.
I'm very sorry.
How many times have I turned on the camera to show you what
I don't know, but I do feel like we've spent a lot of time listening to you bitch about things, mostly. And it's every time you get stuck, which is where you're at right now, and then you try and make it personal. So I'll ask again, why does a camera justify bombing a hospital?
Because if it's giving up troop positions,
and if
it
wasn't
used as a military,
and if it wasn't, then what? Then what's the justification?
Then I would say it's wrong.
Okay, gotcha. Well, don't you think that it's weird that you're defending it as if this didn't happen and you don't know?
I don't remember the specifics of it. There's been so many different things that happened.
Then why are you bringing it up like it happened? You're like, oh, where was the camera pointed? Why'd you ask me where the camera was pointed?
You said there was a camera there. I asked where it was pointed.
Why? Why'd you ask that?
Well, because, for example, we've seen it in Iraq. We've seen it in Afghanistan, where people are calling out troop positions for soldiers that are moving around for targeted attacks, right?
So naturally, if we've seen it before, we can bomb
to detonate IEDs.
So then we can bomb a hospital.
Well, if we're seeing somebody use a hospital, what are one of the things that actually make a hospital a legitimate military target? I'm just curious.
What would make it a legitimate military target? I think it would depend on the rules of engagement. But I would say that if there are innocent lives in a hospital, the only time that it would be a legitimate target if they were firing on you.
Or if they're using it as like a command center.
No,
right?
That's not legitimate. That's murder. That's cold-blooded murder. If you're not in imminent danger, you don't get to see. This is my problem with you. This is how you view Palestinians. You don't view them as human beings. You're like, oh well, what if the guys that we said are the bad guys were there? So now these people have to die. That's my whole problem with your whole fucking thing. Like, you go look at the numbers, just the numbers you guys have racked up versus what Hamas has done. You don't value other people's lives at all. Only yours. Your life matters. Your country matters. Your birthright matters. You just said that if there was a command center at a hospital, that would justify murdering innocent people. That's insane, man.
Okay, but what makes it, under international law, what would make it a legitimate military target?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah,
What
I
is it
would
then?
tell you that if it's being used as a base of operations,
You would
right?
tell me
or
that,
if
or
it's
that's
being
the truth?
used to give out information.
Wait. Are you telling? Is this your opinion, or is this what the law is?
Let's pull up the law. Hold on.
Thank you. Yeah, because that's the question you asked me, right? You asked me what the law was, and I'm asking you. So you see how I didn't. This is why I have to stop you all the time, because like I didn't just give my opinion. I said I don't know. What's the answer? And then you started making something up, like an opinion, right? That's why we keep getting derailed, because you double down on things you're not sure of. Just say I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. It's almost like I was right. That's so weird. When a hospital can lose its protected status, using the hospital as a base for launching an attack, serving as an observation post to direct military options. That's why I specifically asked you about the camera. Functioning as a weapons or ammunition depot, sheltering able-bodied combatants not in need of medical care, transmitting military intelligence from the hospital. Oh my God, that
None
would
of that
be
happened.
similar to a camera.
Yeah, none
being
of that
used.
happened.
I just
And by
asked
the way,
you
where
where
are
the
you
camera
getting
was
this from?
pointed. Why did I ask you where the camera was pointed at, my guy?
Well, but you don't
That's
know.
so weird.
It's a Reuters camera.
It's almost like I was right.
It's a
That's
Reuters
crazy.
camera.
How do they know? Do they just zoom in and see
Maybe
the
do some
Reuters logo on the
investigation
side
before
of it?
you blow up a fucking hospital and go, oh, I guess there's who
How
knows who
much
put that camera there.
investigation are they
Let's
going to
just
do
pop
if
it.
it's pointed at soldiers? How are they supposed to do investigation?
Yeah.
Under the
That's why I
Geneva
asked you the question. I'm not defending the
Convention, it's
specific
got to
example.
lose its protected status only if it's used to commit acts harmful to the enemy that fall outside of its humanitarian function, and even then, only after a warning is issued and ignored.
Yeah, what was your source? Because I was reading Geneva Convention too. What was your source on that?
It's criminal law. It's from Legal Clarity. It's a
Criminal
breakdown
law?
of specifically what. Yeah.
There's no such thing as criminal law, dude. Like, there's different laws in different countries.
The protected status of hospitals in armed conflict is specifically what it's referring to.
So international humanitarian law, probably, right?
Exactly.
Okay, they say that hospitals can never be a military target.
Where?
Geneva Convention, like she said, Article 18 of the Geneva Convention stipulates that a building designated as a civilian hospital cannot be the target of attack.
And even if it is misused, the attacking party must issue a clear warning and allow reasonable time for the misuse to stop.
So they couldn't claim what the misuse was. They didn't give reasonable time. And and again, that's
I'm not defending the attack. I asked you where the camera was because I'm trying to refresh myself on what you're talking about.
All right, so now that we know this.
That's literally what we said a while ago.
So now that we know this.
Right when you brought it up.
So war crime or no?
Again, I don't want to say that without reading the story behind it. I don't know.
All right, let's just assume that
I haven't read it.
Let's say that it's not your opinion, but
Let's assume that
I'm correct.
Let's
is that a war crime?
I would say that would be a war crime.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if we then look at every other hospital and we find out that Israel hasn't been able to justify any of these with proof that there were Hamas fighters in any of them, and that they have bombed 100% of the hospitals, which we now know, according to the Geneva Convention, Article 18, thank you, Jen, we now know that that's illegal. They've bombed all of the hospitals, every fucking one of them. And not once have they provided proof that it says that one, maybe they gave advance warning to some of them. I bet they did. But where was the part Jen read? Download what the rules were. Jen, what were the rules? I went away from it.
It was sorry, I lost track. Only if the warning is ignored. Issue clear warning, allow reasonable time for misuse to stop.
I don't know if that number's right. Somebody's saying 136 strikes on hospitals. Seems like a lot. I mean, I guess I just say, like, are you an American citizen?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to understand people who, as American citizens, can watch what Israel is doing and knowing that, like, Israel does a lot of bad things. I understand that, like, I think the world was reasonable. I think that a lot of people gave Israel a ton of leeway after October 7th. But to watch what they're doing now,
immediately protesting it and calling it a genocide day after.
I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying just the world in general. Like most countries were like pretty on board with Israel, and the reason that they've lost support almost universally is because you can't defend what they're doing. There's no way to defend any of this anymore. It's not a war. It's genocide. It's clearly genocide. A lot of their own historians.
How is it clearly genocide? Where is the intent? Can you show me the examples of like intent that you can identify?
Well,
like, is that their stated goal? Are they still providing aid? Did they provide vaccinations?
I don't think you need.
Has the birth rate plummeted there?
I don't think you need to prove intent on genocide. I don't think.
You do. It's
deliberate and systematic destruction in whole or in part of a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. This includes acts like killing members of. Yeah, but sure, no, but I'm saying like their intent, like
you left that part out of there, though.
What?
You didn't say intent at the beginning. You just read past that.
I said genocide is the deliberate and systematic destruction in whole or in part of a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. This includes acts like killing members of the group, causing serious bodily harm, deliberately inflicting living conditions calculated to cause its destruction, imposing measures to prevent births, forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. The intent to destroy the group as such is the key element that distinguishes genocides from other crimes.
Any of the following acts committed with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group.
Oh yeah, I think that's pretty.
Such, killing members of the group.
I think that's pretty
causing
clear.
Seriously bodily.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear.
The intent there at the front part, right?
Yeah, you say what? You said what was their intent, right? So I don't know exactly. Like
you said, where is their intent? Where is their intent to do all of this?
Looks like their intent is to destroy these people.
I'm just curious. What gives you that impression?
Oh, when I look at the dead, the amount of dead. When I look at the cities that have been destroyed. When I
there's
look at
2 million.
When I look
there's
at
2 million people that are citizens there. There's 67 or 69,000 death toll.
There's more than
currently.
60. We both agree that there's more than 69,000. That's just confirmed. We both know there's significantly.
It's probably going to be higher. We don't know how much higher. They have humanitarian quarters that they move people to, safe zones.
Yeah.
It's not something that somebody with intent would do, right?
Yeah, no, it would, because these safe zones are.
They would move them to humanitarian quarters.
Then they're starving them in these safe zones. If they step a foot out of line, they're being they're getting.
Well, how many died from starvation in 2 years? RTP, come on.
Wait, do you have to die from starvation to be starved?
How many people?
Excuse me. No. You don't get to redefine it. No, excuse me. No,
I'm not redefining anything.
Yes, can you starve somebody without them dying?
You can starve somebody without them dying, but to the level that you're talking about, a lot of people would be dying.
The level I'm talking
in an IPC stage 5 famine, there would be a lot of people dying, right?
I think there's a lot of people dying.
How many are dying from starvation?
Pull it up.
Please.
You don't think they're refusing to let aid trucks in? Only giving them enough, enough.
They've been letting it. GHF has like what 4 or 5 sites that they're operating.
No,
from,
I understand they've
giving out how much aid? 2 million tons.
About
aid,
which is about a third of what they should have given.
Based off of what?
Based off the amount a person needs to eat in a day, the amount of calories. They're giving them the equivalent of 1 meal a day. No, you can look this up. They're giving them the equivalent of yes, they are. Look it up. There's literally aid sitting there that nobody can bring in. They're capturing people who are sending aid. They're blockading aid all the time. Come on, man.
Where are they? What are you talking about? They're literally transferring it in an insane rate.
Are you unaware?
The GHF sites. The UN was.
Are you unaware that they've been blockading aid? Yeah. What about those flotillas? Why'd they stop those flotillas?
Well, did they not give the flotillas a specific point, a port where they could take the aid to, and they would deliver it for them?
Yeah, but nobody trusts that they'll deliver it.
Did Pope
Francis but they don't get to do that.
Hold on.
That's not how it works.
Did the Pope not specifically?
I could give a fuck about the Pope. Fuck the Pope. I could give a fuck about the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope said he was going to deliver it.
No, it's not. What other wars?
That is how it works.
What other wars has the aggressor been responsible for the aid?
You tell me.
Never.
What other war have they had to do that?
Never. Germany, 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the United States when we had Japanese internment camps.
Who was responsible for the aid?
It's usually a collective effort.
Of who?
Usually like the UN or NATO.
So when the GHF, the chair of the GHF, specifically penned an open letter to...
guys, he wrote a letter.
Gutierrez.
He wrote a letter.
Specifically.
Let in the fucking aid. Just let in the fucking aid. Nobody gives a fuck about a goddamn letter.
The aid's been going in. What are you talking about? I just told you 2 million
He wrote
times.
a letter, though. He did write a letter. Open the fucking blockades. Shut the fuck up about a
crashing
letter.
out, bro?
Yeah, because this is crazy. You're like, they wrote a letter. It's a genocide, dude. And you're a genocide denier, and it's embarrassing. It sucks. You're an American, and you're out here bootlicking for a genocide. Based off of literally.
Based off of what?
Virtually every historian who studies this.
Bro. Which ones?
Right.
Which ones? Go ahead. Explain it to me.
It's Jay. How late do you want? I mean,
Let me finish this real quick.
How many people have to starve for it to count? This is fucking nuts.
For an IPC famine, you want me to get you the exact number
I've
to
been
meet the
this
requirements
the whole
for
time.
it?
There's by definition, it is genocide by the UN Commission found, according to the 2025 report, concluded Israeli forces committed 4 out of 5 genocidal acts listed. These include mass killings, infliction of life-threatening conditions, and measures to prevent births. The commission cited explicit statements by Israeli officials and a pattern of conduct suggesting intent to destroy Palestinians in Gaza. So it's been already ruled.
The international
the pretzel you're trying to bend yourself into is insane.
The International Association of Genocide Scholars, backed by 86.
Which you can pay $30 to become a member of. That's comprised of musicians. And all kinds of other people.
It's just fake. Are you sure? Who are the musicians in the International Association of Genocide Scholars?
Also, you can become Jewish.
What'd you say?
It's like when you become Jewish. I mean, you can do the chores to become Jewish.
Yeah. Who were these people?
Well, let's go ahead and look at it. Let's talk about Sarah E. Brown. We'll talk about her.
Who is she?
Well, she was the chair of it.
Is she a voting member, or is she on the fundraising arm of it? Because there's a difference, right?
Well,
these are the scholars. These aren't the members, bud. These are the authors.
September 1st, the International Association of Genocide. Okay.
These are the authors. Is she an author?
She was, I believe, the chair.
Okay, but is she an author?
Let me look. I'm reading. Hold on.
What was the name, by the way?
Sarah E. Brown, PhD.
So she's a doctor?
Mm-hmm.
What's her doctorate in?
I'm just going to look it up.
She's a renowned expert on genocide studies. What are you
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you for laughing at that.
So she's an author.
So let's go ahead and read let's go ahead and say what she read about. Yeah, she's an author. Glad that we got there together.
Is she one of these voters?
I was not only, hold on. Yeah, she was. On September 1st, the International Association of Genocide Scholars drew international headlines by declaring that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza. The vote, taken by just 129 of an estimated 500 members, was based on discredited sources, a faulty reading of international law, and deeply prejudiced assumptions.
What were the discredited
sources? I was
sources?
horrified, not only by the content of the resolution, but
hold
the
on.
process that produced it.
Hold on.
An association that once represented growing. Let me finish.
No.
Let me finish. I'm almost done.
No. Because hold on. Does she cite her sources? Are there any sources, or is this just something that somebody said?
She's a PhD in what again?
Okay,
did you
but so
say?
were these other people.
Genocide
But so were
studies?
these other people who voted.
Who were the other ones? Look, go ahead. Let's go down the list of them. Who were they?
We really have to find the list.
You go find the list.
No, I'm just wondering. Like,
they all
are you just saying
that there's musicians?
Are you just saying because she said this, you agree with it?
I have 4 friends on this app right now.
I don't care.
That became members of this organization literally when this came out.
And were they? Did they
paid
vote
for membership $30?
And did they vote?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to for you because she explains why they weren't able to vote. They were supposed to hold a town hall vote on it, which they've done for every other conflict.
And only 28% of them voted,
decided,
right?
129 of them decided to go ahead and move forward with it without having a former town hall or a vote for it.
Yeah, I said that.
Don't
I said
you think
only
that's
20.
Interesting?
No, I said that. You didn't listen. I literally said that when I read it. When I read it, I literally said only 28% of them voted.
28% of them.
28.
Why didn't the rest get to vote? Why didn't
I don't
the
know,
rest
but
get to participate in a vote?
It doesn't matter why they didn't get to vote. I was giving you the data accurately. The 86% of the people that voted out of the 28% support that it is a genocide. And frankly, they probably have more credibility than you do. But if you're going to take her word, when 86% of them voted, I don't think she's representative of one person, right? That's why I want to know what her sources are. When she says it's based on discredited evidence, what's she talking about? You don't know, right?
I don't know. I haven't read the article. I was trying to read it to you so we could discover together. I thought it'd be a fun journey.
That's why I asked if there were sources. Rather than you read the whole fucking article, we could look for the sources. They usually put those next to when somebody makes a claim.
Well, that's interesting. Thankfully, the scholarly community is not standing by. More than 500 scholars.
Are you going to give me the source? What are you doing?
Scholars
what
for
are you
Truth
doing?
about genocide.
Wait, what the fuck?
Open letter demanding that IAGS. Well, I'm going through the letter. Let me find the rest of it for you. Let's see what she
this
says.
isn't how conversations work. You can't just hear a question and then do whatever the fuck you want. I was waiting for your answer. Then you just start reading.
So ironically, I just looked up her. So she's got her credentials. Yeah, she's got the Genocide Studies, board member of the International Association of Genocide Scholars. But she's also, her bias is because of her affiliation with the American Jewish Committee and her public statements. So she supports Israel's conduct. She's challenged credibility for the Amnesty International and the UN Special Rapport, and also.
Along with 500 other people.
Debates about genocide definitions, intent, and legal thresholds. So she's just a talking point.
Okay, just like everybody else that is arguing for it at this point. What do you mean? What's your point?
Well,
she's
an expert on genocide.
She has a bias, a clear bias.
Okay, what about Alison Dritu?
I think the fact...
Did she have a bias?
Wait, hold on. The fact that there is a discussion about this, the fact that the world is so split on this, and it's not really split in your favor. It's like 70-30 at this point. But this doesn't happen often. We don't get to 70-30 ever. So the mere fact that this many people are saying this, it leads us to one of two things. Either everybody just hates Israel, or most people think you guys are like Israel are sick fucks and people that hold your ideology. But it's not like every year 70% of these people come out and they're like, this is a genocide. Yeah, there's disagreement. There's always disagreement, but consensus isn't on your side. And the mere fact that we're having this discussion should tell you that they did something that a lot of people consider a genocide.
You had 129 people that voted for this, but you have a whole other community of scholars, specifically 500 scholars and experts signed on to Scholars for Truth about genocide, an open letter demanding that IAGS retract its resolution and affirm that Hamas is guilty of genocide.
Wait, why did they?
Their forces reflect seriousness and integrity that IAGS once aspired to represent.
What are their claims? What are their claims against IAGS? What was it? It was Scholars for who, by the way? What did you say it was?
Scholars for Truth and Genocide.
Thank you. What's their claim? Why should it be retracted?
I think what they're saying, let's see here. It's a long ass letter that they wrote. Do you want me to read you the whole thing, or
is there bullet points?
Read it? No, I have the original source sitting in front of me. Do you want me to just
I'm asking if
take on it, or do you want me to? I haven't read it. I just pulled it up because you asked me to.
Go for it. Wait, what is this? Scholars for Truth About Genocide is what this was?
Uh-huh.
They just said, we're alarmed by the process that was taken to pass the resolution without promises of town halls and dissenting opinions. The resolution passed with 129 and 107 voting in favor out of 500 members. The quieting of dissent is an alarming tactic to use on such a controversial matter. That's an accusation. Let's see if they back that up. Genocide's a grave offense. To dilute its legal standards for ideological ends is a form of moral violence. What's ideological about claiming that this is a genocide? What would be ideological
because
about
the war
that?
hasn't been concluded yet, and it's only a court of law that can deem something a genocide.
No, these are just people's opinions, right? Like you can have an opinion before the court rules something, right? So what are the ideological ends
They just said
for why they're saying
genocide
this?
is the gravest offense known to humankind. To dilute its legal standards for ideological ends.
What are the ideological
is a
ends?
form of moral violence.
Yeah, I'm asking you what the ideological ends are.
An anti-Israel
I'm asking you.
position.
Stop reading
I just
past.
answered you.
No.
I just answered you. I'm not reading past it.
You read the rest of the fucking sentence.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
no,
holy
I
fuck.
didn't. I just
I'm
told you.
asking you what they mean by ideological ends. What's the ideology here?
An anti-Israel bias, like we've seen consistently from the UN.
And the evidence of that is the evidence of that is what?
Sure, Alison Dritu. What did she specifically say?
No, the evidence of that is what? Just tell me the fucking evidence. Stop asking me if I know who people are. Just cite your sources.
Alison Dritu, who is literally the UN Special Rapporteur for Genocide Prevention. She was not re-signed on to her position. Her contract was not renewed while there was active, quote-unquote, genocides taking place, or what they believed to be genocides, or what were under investigations to be genocides. Her contract was not removed. She was bullied and harassed from her coworkers to
what
deem
the fuck
this a
does
genocide.
this have to do with these people ruling? No, shut the fuck up. What does this have to do with the scholars? The scholars having. Hold on, I asked why these scholars had an anti-Israel bias, and you cited someone else.
I just explained it to you.
How does that prove that these people have a bias?
Holy fuck.
Yeah, holy fuck. That's a crazy thing you just did. I asked, how do you prove how these people have bias? And you told me about a lady that worked at the UN. They're not citing. I'm reading the same letter you are.
Bias.
I'm reading the same letter you are. They're not citing the ideological ends here. They're not citing the bias. They're just saying, we don't like this. We think you went a little too far calling it a genocide. Even if they went too far calling it a genocide, the mere fact that there is a split on whether or not something's a genocide only happens when you murder a whole bunch of fucking people. And I think murdering a bunch of people is bad. That's why there's a split on this, is because everybody acknowledges, holy fuck. Some people are like, I'm not quite willing to call it a genocide yet. And that's where the split is.
I'm also seeing something that
the authors of IAGS resolution further state
something to do with this. So
the International Court of Justice determined in the first provisional measures in the South Africa v. Israel case that Israel's actions were plausibly a genocide. However, this grossly misrepresents what the ICJ determined and is a misstatement of the plausibility determination.
Based on what?
The ICJ correctly found that Palestinians. That's what I'm literally reading to you next.
I'm just trying to speed you up.
The ICJ correctly found that Palestinians as a distinct national group have plausible rights under the Genocide Convention that can plausibly be infringed, not that genocide had been committed. So this is what they based it off of. Right?
No. There's no evidence that all these voting members based it off of that. Brother, the lengths you'll go, like this is...
There is evidence because I literally just read it to you in the first sentence.
What is it?
It's too stupid to actually hear
a lady at the
authors
UN?
of IAGS, the authors of the IAGS, the one that we were specifically talking about for, we had 129 votes, right?
Yeah.
The authors of IAGS resolution further state the International Court of Justice determined in the first provisional measures in the South Africa versus Israel case that Israel's actions were plausibly a genocide.
This isn't even close to an answer to my question. It's not even fucking
That is
close.
an answer because
What's
they
my
referenced
okay? Let me.
in the
Okay, what's my question?
IGS resolution.
I will give you
What are talking about?
$100 if you can tell me what the fuck my question is, because I don't think you know. What's my question?
What your question was how does this relate back to the IAGS?
Wrong.
Right?
Try again. I'll give you 3 chances. There's one. Try 2 more chances. And I only said it like 15 fucking times. And that's why I kept asking you to stop reading, because you're not answering my question. You have no idea what my question is. You're just reading a letter.
What's your question? Go ahead, ask your question.
Well, then how were you answering?
Because I'm trying to read the article.
All right, so let's just admit you didn't know what
the
the question was. You just wanted to keep reading the article, right? My question is,
I would have liked to,
what
so
were
I can
the
understand
ideological ends? Like, what's the ideology that would lead these people to rule against, to say that this was a genocide, and they would do it based on ideological ends? What's the ideology?
A hatred for Israel, which I answered for you a while ago.
And how do you prove that these people? And how do you prove that these people? Because it sounds an awful lot to me like the Zionists here, where if I say anything bad about Israel,
political activism,
it sounds like all Zionists. When you criticize Israel and they go, "You're anti-Semitic," that's what it sounds like here. They're just like
129 people just got together and decided they were going to make a vote, not let anybody else vote on it. That kind of seems like they have a bias towards wanting to get it stated as being a genocide, right?
Do you even know if what they're saying is true, that they deliberately kept people out of this vote?
They canceled the town hall.
I know, but does that mean nobody could vote?
They were supposed to have.
Does that mean nobody could vote?
Do you have any statements about the scholars that you guys are citing that were added to this list without their permission? Is that in your article anywhere?
Of the 500?
Which ones were added without their permission?
There's statements on that. I mean, can you confirm all the however many numbers were legit?
I'm just curious. So, like, because I find this really funny. This is like
you want these fun questions, but I know I'm putting it back on you.
It's funny because me and RTP are supposed to be having a 1v1 debate.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Why do you whine every time somebody asks you a question? Just answer the question, dude. Every time you just this fucking victim.
This is the first I'm hearing it. That's why I asked the question.
Then say that instead of, why are you talking to me? Just answer her question.
I mean, you haven't answered any fucking questions. You're pivoting all over the fucking place.
Where am I pivoting to? I'm
anywhere
literally
else.
reading the article.
Sarah Brown. I fact-checked so much shit while you've been up here because you pivoted to so much different shit.
I still want to know, like, do you have any evidence that these people's vote?
What have I pivoted on?
No, we're not doing that. I just want to know, do you have any evidence that
I just gave you an example how I had 10 different sources up on the screen.
What question am I about to ask? What question am I about to ask? I
have no idea.
Okay,
I was trying to make my point on the other one and I was interrupted, but okay.
No, we're still asking the same question. You say that there's a bias, that the reason that these people claim that it's a genocide is because of bias. And your evidence of that is that they canceled town halls.
I have no evidence of that. I'm literally just telling you that it would appear,
and either does Sarah,
based off,
right? And Sarah doesn't present any evidence of that either, right?
Okay, so what evidence do they have that this is a genocide if the war hasn't come to a conclusion?
Well, you can go read.
They can't come in and actually see what the death tolls are.
You can go read their letter that they cited. They'll give you their evidence. But what you're doing right now is you're just siding with Sarah, who you knew her name, but you didn't know anything that she said. You just like that she. You just like that she said it wasn't a genocide, so you went with it. You had never read it.
I literally just pointed out that Sarah, specifically the first person, you asked me to bring you a name of somebody that was a part of this organization, right? And
you didn't
get to vote.
What about Sarah
and then
Brown?
I specifically said Sarah Brown, right? I did.
Right, but the question
happened in that order, correct?
I don't know, but again, the question
it did.
Again,
it did.
Again, the question is, like, did you know why she said that? And no, you didn't. So then when we read the article, she simply just said it was bias, basically. And you took that. You're like, yep, that's it. That's what it was. What's the evidence? They canceled town halls. And that was good enough for you. That's all the evidence you need, because you're not really interested in, like, evidence. You're interested in confirming your point. That's all it took for you, is one person to say something. And you're like, yep, that's it. You don't give any validity at all to the amount of scholars who have put their name on a paper saying, like, we think this is a genocide.
It would show bias if
real quick,
you forget to.
Why did you start asking a question in the middle of my question? Why?
You keep doing the same thing to me, but it's all right. Go ahead.
All right. Do you just that are we saying that all of these people who've ruled it a genocide, they just hate Israel, so they're lying? Is that your contention?
I'm not saying all of them. I said that could be an example of an explanation as to some of them.
What would
Probably
be another
not all of
example?
them.
What would be another explanation for why these people all put their name to this? What could be some other explanations?
Probably, fear of being shunned by their peers. There could be a number of different reasons.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, you're missing one. We were missing one real fucking obvious one. What's the obvious
Then why didn't
one?
they just do it the normal way?
No,
and
no,
have
just
all
say it. I
500
just want to hear
members
you
take
say the
place in
words. I
vote?
just want to hear you say the words. What other reasons could there be?
What words are you trying to get me to say?
Because
What
they
words?
think it's a fucking genocide. Because they're not throwing away their career just to get back at Israel. Maybe they really think it's a genocide, right?
So then my other question for you then is why did they have to keep it to just 129?
At the end
not
of my
follow the same
question, when I say
procedures?
right, answer
Isn't
it
that weird?
and then ask your question. Right?
Sure. I'm sure there's people that could
Now
think
do
that
your
way,
question.
100%.
Great. Now your question.
Yeah.
This is easy.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, okay. So I can go through the different things that they are claiming they got wrong in this letter. I mean, would love to tackle
Do they
those.
provide any evidence, or do they just say that it's wrong?
Another critical failure of the IAGS resolution is that it not only fails to establish the elements of genocide.
Answer
the
question.
The source, right?
No. I said, do they cite a source? I didn't ask you to keep reading the fucking letter. You can look at their...
They cite the ICJ. Yeah.
Okay, so let's pull up that source, because I don't give a fuck what they say. Let's pull up the source and see if it matches what their claim is, right? What's their claim, and what's the source?
Okay, they're saying that, well, the source would be the statement by IAGS, their resolution.
So somebody else said something.
For all of this, right?
This is all the evidence it takes for you? Just a couple people said something that agree with you, and you're like, yep.
The source would be IAGS, the ones who wrote the letter. They are pointing out what they failed to mention in the letter. Or what they failed to take in consideration because it's not mentioned in the letter.
And what they got wrong, right? Because you said that they made misstatements. So the question I asked you is, what's the stuff they got wrong, and are there sources for that?
Okay, we can go back to the ICJ one if you'd like.
I'm wondering if if Sarah is citing... Is Sarah in this letter
citing... isn't Sarah citing this. This isn't just Sarah.
This letter, does it cite sources?
This is Scholars for Truth about Genocide.
And does it cite a source when they say that there's misstatements?
I just told you that they did. They are citing IAGS. They're citing the actual resolution. That's what they're responding
to. If they can't cite the letter they're responding to prove that the letter was wrong, they would have to cite another source, right?
Sure, they cite Dolus Specialis. Would you like that one?
I just want to know what their claim is and what their source is. Like, what did they claim they got wrong, and what is the source?
Okay. All of the accusations willfully ignore the established jurisprudence around Genocide Convention and the Commission of the Crime of Genocide in Bosnia via Serbia, 2007, Para 373. The ICJ stated that Dolus Specialis, the specific intent to destroy the group in whole or in part, has to be convincingly shown by reference to particular circumstances. Unless
all right, I think it's convincing. Why is it not convincing to you? Sounds like a lot of these scholars were convinced by it. They're just citing a statute that says it has to be convincingly
shown. Again, 129 out of 500.
I understand.
And only
those
111 voted that way.
Brother,
right?
I understand.
So, I don't know.
I understand. And those people...
Why would they not have to... Why would they count to the town hall and not let everybody participate in the vote?
See, again, you just stay with me.
Well, no, but why wouldn't they?
No,
that seems
what
weird,
I asked
right?
you. What I asked you for is evidence.
Genocide's a really
I asked you for evidence
right?
that they got something wrong, dude, and you can't provide any. You're literally. It's just her opinion. It's just good enough for you. Just be honest. This is good enough for you.
Of these are
like
opinions.
You don't need to dig any further to support a genocide. It doesn't matter. You can have no answers, and you'll just yes, of course. So I don't think it's a very good
opinions.
Yeah, so they're bad arguments for you.
Yeah, so is that other group, the group that you just mentioned, the IAGS. That is an opinion.
You asked me what people had said it was a genocide. I've acknowledged that there is no consensus on a genocide. I'm acknowledging that. But I am saying that it seems to be the majority are on the side of saying it's a genocide. But even if it's not the majority, even the fact that it's 50-50 is not normal. We don't have these discussions very often. So at best, you're like, oh, we might not technically be a genocide. You're still murdering innocent people.
Is the war in Ukraine, is that a genocide?
I think I think so. I think they're trying.
Okay. Was the war in Afghanistan a genocide? Was the war in Iraq a genocide?
No. I think what Hussein was doing was more of a genocide than what we did. I think what Hussein did and what I think Saddam Hussein and Benjamin Netanyahu, they weren't good friends, but they seem to have a lot in common.
What do they have in common?
They see other people as less than based on like their ethnicity.
Really? Mm-hmm. How so?
Well, I think that it's pretty clear. Like if you look at the way that the people in Palestine, they don't have the same
that have their own government. That have their own government that's responsible for them. That
they can elect. Yeah, like and then they can just
their government. Yeah.
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything? Am I supposed to tell Netanyahu like Netanyahu can't hate them because they can elect their own government?
Are the Gazans like their people then? Or are they Hamas's people?
Whose people?
Are they Israel's people, Netanyahu's people, or are they Hamas's people?
Are we not talking about whether or not Netanyahu views the Palestinians as less than? Isn't that what we're talking about?
I think he views them as people. I think he views them as terrorists because they consistently do terrorist shit.
Yeah, and that's the problem. He views all of them as terrorists, and not all of them are. He views children, he views women, he views people in the hospital who are recovering from injuries. He views all of them as terrorists. He views them all as evil, even though most of them aren't.
He voted in a government.
Even though most of them aren't.
In a government.
No, we're talking about Netanyahu right now. We're talking about Netanyahu right now.
Jews.
We're talking about Netanyahu right now, and how Netanyahu views all Palestinians as less than. He has no problem killing people that are innocent. No problem at all. Celebrates it. Thinks it's all justified. So yeah, he has a lot in common with Saddam Hussein.
When have you seen him justify and celebrate like killing innocent children or civilians?
Every day that they kill innocent people and then justify it and keep the war going.
So was George W. Bush justifying it in Iraq? Was he celebrating it?
Yeah.
Did he think they were less than?
Yeah, I think, for sure.
He thought they were less than.
For sure, dude. Were you alive during that time? Do you know what
Yes.
Yeah, we weren't, listen, the national conversation was not kind to Muslim people. We were not viewing Muslim people in the same way. Like we were attacking synagogue. If they even, or not synagogues, mosques. If you even tried to build a mosque in 2004, Fox News covered it for like 3 straight fucking months and called them terrorists. Yeah, no, we did that here too, bud.
So you think we thought that they were less than us?
Yes.
No, I don't agree with that statement whatsoever.
I know.
Well, why don't you, you can come back, you can stew on this for another week, and you can come back next week and we can rehash this again. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What about, just real quick,
take, man.
Last thing, because we're not like them, right? The justification for taking out Iran that you used earlier was that they said that they wanted to kill Israel. Should all area, like heavy Muslim populations, be able to attack us because Pete Hegseth said kill all Muslims?
I think that's a little bit different.
Why?
I think that he doesn't have people on his government that are specifically working towards that on a regular basis, trying to develop a nuclear weapon.
He's doing that right now. He's working on that on a regular basis right now.
We have nuclear weapons, yet we're not nuking all these Muslim countries right now, are we? Israel has nuclear weapons, but they're not nuking any of the Muslim countries.
So only if we nuke them is what you're saying.
Right.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying that if we have the ability to go and destroy them, then why aren't we doing it?
I said kill all Muslims, and the reason that we don't do it is because Pete Hegseth is the IRGC consistently working towards killing all the Jewish people and killing Americans? Because Pete Hegseth, to answer your question, can't just do whatever the fuck he wants. That's why we're not doing it. But if Pete Hegseth could do whatever he wanted, he would absolutely do it.
Okay, I don't get your point. Is the IRGC not?
I'm just wondering if you hold the same standard.
Hold on. Is the IRGC not funding the unalivement of Americans Are they not trying to kill Jewish people on a regular basis? Or are they not
For sure,
funding
and we do that
proxy
too.
groups that are consistently attacking
And we
us
do that too.
and
We're
attacking
funding Israel, and Israel's
other
killing
countries?
people. We're doing the same thing they're doing. Why can we do it and they can't? Because they're the bad guys. Why are they the bad guys? Because they're the Muslims. Oh shit, you and Pete Hegseth are buddies. We do the same shit, man. Why is it okay? Why is it such a problem when Iran does it, but we do it and it's fine?
Again, I think
tough,
both parties have the right to defend themselves against all that stuff and do the things that they're going to do. Fortunately, Israel and the United States is stronger than all these other countries, and even
Israel's a bunch of bitches that get the United States
countries
to do everything for them. Don't talk
really?
about Israel
they
being
absolutely
so
slapped
strong.
Iran around. They slapped Iran around.
Yeah, they
in
did.
12 days. Are you joking?
They slapped them around when they had to use our weapons to come in there. Yeah, good job. I called my big brother, and he came over here to fight again. Fuck Israel. Fuck, don't put Israel up there like Israel's really tough. Israel isn't shit without the United States. Get the fuck out of here.
What weapons did when did we have to call in America for that? Was it just to take out the one nuclear facility?
Yeah.
Oh, they did one targeted strike.
Yeah, the thing
Are
Israel
you forgetting
couldn't
everything
do.
that happened?
And that's what ended it, wasn't it?
Did we take out 20 of their top commanders?
And that's
did we not take out 20 of their top commanders?
And that's what ended it, wasn't it?
Did we not?
Yeah, we just went over there for
Iran
no fuck.
was so happy. The IRGC was so happy that we ended it.
Yeah, we just went over there.
I can tell you that
we
right
just
now.
went over and bombed them because we're pieces of shit too. That's why. Because we're evil and we're murderous. And it's always the people, and it's always the religious people who defend it the most. It's always the religious.
Poor little nuclear facility. That's what
I'm done.
All right, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. I don't know how you lasted this long.
Because he likes this shit.
I ate 3 fucking meals, and I was, oh my God, bro. I don't know how you do this. I really don't.
That's what I do. I like it.
Oh my God, bro.
Nuclear.
Fuck. Nuclear.
You all right, Jed?
I'm fucking tired. I'm over it. I mean, it's been an exciting night for me today.
Yeah, Jen gets me in trouble, and
fuck her.
All right, let's get out of here. See you guys in the morning.
So we're supposed to do what time tomorrow?
10.
10. All right.
All right. See you guys.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
You guys stay safe.
So if you guys aren't following Trump's Dumpster and Amanda, please do that.
That pause was terrible.
Say that again, Jen, one more time.
Please follow Trump's Dumpster and Amanda.
Oh, thanks.
See ya.
I think this is the one time I can give Puff a W for